Whoa, we're live. Live and direct. As I'm trying to get the chair out, guys, for anybody who sees this later on. Just try to get the chair out of the closet and it's a little tight. Alright. 2 thumbs up already. That's crazy because it's showing on my screen that there's nobody actually in here. That's pretty crazy. So having 2 thumbs up is pretty wild. What's going on, guys? I'm starting to see some guys start to flood in here. How's it going, guys? Hopefully your Friday evening is going amazing. Sorry, let me move my hand. I'm trying to actually get everything set up. Kind of did it a little backwards, if you know what I mean. So how's it going, guys? I see Dylan up in here, Ryan up in here, I see Hector up in here, I see Kendall up in here. What's going on, guys? How is your Friday night going? I know it's kind of strange that you guys are hanging out with me on a Friday night versus maybe you guys go out, maybe you guys go to a bar, maybe you guys spend time with your family, maybe you just go to sleep because you worked all day long. I don't know. So I appreciate it, you guys always hanging out with me. Thumbs up to you guys as always. I see Uriel in here. I have a detail at 6 a.m. tomorrow. No, go to sleep. I can't even function, man. I am a night owl beyond belief. That's just me. 17 people in here. What is going on, guys? These are getting more and more popular. I really do appreciate it. We're 20 people. 20 people. What's going on, guys? Quick shout out from everybody. Let me know where you guys are hailing from tonight before we get this thing rolling. I would love to hear from it before we actually just start hanging out. You can see I backed the GTR up out of the garage a little bit because I actually just washed this and I did a video today. So guys, let me know in the comments below where you guys are all hailing from right now. Where are you from? City, state, wherever you guys want. I'm totally cool with it. New Jersey up in here. Oh, dude, I appreciate it, Dylan. Dylan, I just do this for fun, man. You guys know me by now. I do this for fun. I still work my main job. Virginia, VA, North Carolina. You know what is funny? LA. You guys know Stoner Car Care. They sent me all that stuff, guys. Well, Peter just called me, or not called me, he actually emailed me today from Stoner Car Care, and he told me that the last week they had a giant sale on those big detail boxes, or whatever you guys want to call it. You know, the giant thing he sent me to try out? Well, they sold a ton of them last week, and he said he had to follow up with a couple of questions and answers for a couple of them. And he said, well, how did you find out about us and stuff like that? And he said, oh, I know him from Acc0rd. Acc0rd did it. And I was like, so he wrote me, he's like, dude, you're actually really helping us out, getting our name out there, that we're in car care stuff now, and actually getting sales. It says poor connection. I apologize, guys, if it goes a little bit wonky. Live streams, what's going on? Escort, COD, what's going on, buddy? San Francisco, your boys. Let's see what else we got. St. Louis, Dallas. We got bugs on me. I don't know. What's going on? 22 people up in the house. What's going on, Adam? What's going on? So, you know, that to me was really special that Peter reached out to me and he said that some of you guys, or at least some of my subscribers, ordered products just because they saw the video reviews, and that made me feel really good. He said, dude, you really helped us out, get our name out there. And that's all I do. I mean, like I said, these guys don't pay me or anything, so it really felt good to me that what I'm doing is actually helping out others, and that's actually really cool. And I told him, I said, bro, if you get me a banner or something, I will be glad to hang the Stoner Car Care banner up there next to all these other companies that help me out. 100 degrees in El Paso. Dude, it was 90 something today when I washed the blue car, I mowed the lawn, I got laundry going in there tomorrow, because my mom's coming in town tomorrow, so we got to get everything cleaned up, so I'm doing a really late night hangout with you guys as usual. But I did this test right here, guys. Sneak peek, guys. Sneaky peek. I actually did a comparison. A lot of you guys found me, of course, from McGuire's years ago, or my Turtle Wax, or my mother's side by side. But over the years, you guys have all wrote me and said, would you do something that's a side by side for other ones? And one of the ones that, I'm sorry, I'm just going to get out of the way so you can see a little better. Look at that blue paint on the emerald, the electron blue pearl. God, I love this color. It's one of my favorite. What's going on? I got more guys coming in. Buena Port, California. I've got Acc0rd79's. What's going on, buddy? Hayek. I don't know how you say your name. I apologize. And I don't know how to, not even pretend to even know how to say your last name. Diablo Wheelchainer. No, I have not. I actually have it in here somewhere. You guys see? So I got it in here somewhere. There it is. See? It's still in the wrapper. So yeah, I haven't even had a chance to try it out yet, so I apologize. But yeah, my plan is going to, but because I personally bought that, I really try and get the other products out first. But anyways, what I wanted to get back to the topic is, A lot of you guys found me from those huge comparison videos, and that McGuire's comparison video that I did probably, what, 3 or 4 years ago? That video has more views than any video I have by far. I think it has 660,000 hits on it. I'm like, holy crap. If I only had 660,000 subscribers, I'd be like balling, you know what I mean? Because holy crap. Can you imagine how much money those guys at Google make that have 600,000 subscribers? It's insane when you think about it. But anyways, back to the topic. This will be out Wednesday because I actually did it. I don't know, it's not focusing really good. It says poor connection. There we go. So what I did is we're going to do the full synthetic test. I did it with against Mother's California Gold synthetic wax, the Turtle Wax Ice synthetic wax, and the McGuire's Ultimate wax right there. So you're going to see a side-by-side comparison. I totally washed the car. I showed you that I clay barring it, and I'll show you that I actually used the Grillo's Garage paint prep that removes all waxes and sealants off it. And then I actually did the blue tape lines, stuff like that. So hopefully that'll be a really good video and go from there. Winnipeg, Manitoba. Never been there. I've only been to BC before and on our cruise out of Vancouver. The Vancouver's really pretty expensive, but very pretty. And I've been, where have I been? This car has actually been in Toronto. I drove this thing all the way through Toronto and then up and around Lake Erie. I've been on a Canada cruise. I've been in Newfoundland. I think it's Newfoundland. New Brunswick. I've been there and maybe somewhere else. I don't know. I've been in a lot of places when I went on that cruise. So I went to Halifax, Nova Scotia, Sydney. We've been to mind blank here. Somewhere else. I can't remember on that cruise. Australia, what is going on? Yeah, we're getting some great people in here right now. So yeah, this is what you're going to see next week, and hopefully it'll do good for hits-wise. A lot of people like these comparison videos, so of course I try and listen to you guys and actually do stuff like that once in a while. So I had fun making it, like I had fun with this week's power, the foam thing. Let me see what you guys are commenting on, so give me a second. The comments disappear after a few seconds if I don't read it back really quick. Here's the deal. Scott, butter wax. Butter wet wax, you guys know from, I've got it in here. It's somewhere down there. It's somewhere down in that box. Here's the thing, Scott, with butter wet wax. It's great for about 2 months. After that, it fades quickly. These will outlast it by far. Okay, these will last anywhere from 5 to 6 months. Where butter wet wax will look great for about 2 months and then it just starts fading on you. This stuff will not. This stuff will last far longer than there. So that's, I mean, here's the deal. If you want the best pop, best shine ever, you got your car in a car show, you're going out with the car club, and something's going on like a giant meat, use the butter wet wax. But if for something that's going to be long distance, you need to use a sealant or maybe a synthetic type of wax, like the ones that are right there in the video. Hold on, I'm reading through comments. I apologize. You guys know me. Trying to respond to everybody. I pride myself in at least trying to respond to everybody's comments. Anytime you guys ask questions or comments, I always try and do my best to listen to you guys. Detailing. Dude, remember, I just do this for fun. And so whatever. Let's see what we got. Question, please. What do you use for heavy sap, tree sap that's been on your car for a while? Oh, there's some hard ways to get that off. You can try some of those bugs and sap or stuff. Terminator, I think, gets it off. I haven't tried it yet. What are some other things? I know if it's on glass, you can use a razor, like actually a razor to get that off. That'll actually get it off. But try some of the other products first. Once it's on there for a while, boy, it'll flip and screw up your paint really quick. Surf City's Garage Spray Wax. I don't think have I tried that one? What's up, Anthony? What's up from the USA as well, buddy? I'm down here in Kissimmee, Florida, if you didn't know. I live about honestly about 25 minutes it takes us to get to Disney World. We're on the very far side of Kissimmee, where Disney World's on this side, right by I-4. We're way over here by the Florida Turnpike, right by the St. Cloud line. Grillo's Garage. Adam, that's pretty cool. As a matter of fact, guys, put in the comments below how you guys actually found me. That to me means a lot. You can hear the planes flying over still. Orlando International is still hopping at this time of night, past midnight. It's still flying over. I have done a top picks of tire shines, Jezza, if you guys didn't know. Grillo's Garage synthetic clay. I think what they do, Uriel, is they use like the, what's it called? The nanoskin type thing. I don't know. Eagle One was the first one to do this stuff, and now I'm starting to see all these other companies are doing it. Hold on. I got it. I can show it to you guys. Let me get in here. This is what you're probably talking about right here, right? Where the actual mitt, it's a synthetic clay and you just put it on your hands. This stuff is great, by the way. I do love this thing. I use it all the time when I'm just in a lazy mode. Now on today's video, that will be out Wednesday, I usually use Griot's Garage regular, the soft clay, but that's it. Here's the deal on a lot of brands for staying away from. They'll make a lot of good products and then they might make one or two duds. So I would definitely do some quick searches and see what people think about it. Some people have different thoughts, opinions. I might say something that's really good and be like, oh man, this product's really good. But you might try it out and might not have the same results I do, so you might not think it's that good. So as always, I always want to make sure that I try and be truthful, and then you guys have to decide from there if you are interested in buying it or not, because I just try and save you guys some money, at least show you what you can kind of expect if you go out and buy these products. And the results obviously might vary a little bit, but for the most part, you guys are saying the same thing I do. You're in Kentucky. Comparison wax. See, Anthony found me from it. Hey man, I'm from Australia. I like your pictures or videos. Thank you so much, Julian. I appreciate you hanging out from Australia. That means a lot to me, dude. I've never been there. I'd love to go there. Our plans were originally for our honeymoon cruise was supposed to go to New Zealand and Australia for two weeks. But we just didn't, we weren't ready for that kind of financial investment because, what was it, about a month after we got married, we bought this home. So the fact is we didn't want to blow a lot of money when we had to have a lot of money for a down payment. So that was the biggest thing right here. Chemical Guys, VRP review, you found me, cool. Unboxing, very nice. Butter wet wax video, okay. I think Zano has one of the best shines. I've not tried Zano. I've tried Zymel. Zymel, I like some of their stuff. Chemical Guys review, there you go. You know, a lot of people, what they did is, you guys were asking me to review Chemical Guys for about a year there, and I finally started buying some Chemical Guys, and so it's cool that it actually is helping you guys find me and go from there. That's actually really cool. What's going on, Kingsley? Oops. What do you want to talk about carnauba wax? Let me know question-wise. See if put it down there what you have question-wise, and I will help you out. Intense tire shine. Are we talking about on the Black Magic? Is that what you're talking about? Because it lasted about a week and a half to 2 weeks. Here's the car. Remember, guys, I just washed the car today, and I actually used the actual masters and stuff on it, so there's no more tire shine left on it. I didn't put any tire shine on it. Today was just get it washed, get it prepped up for this video. I did it while my son was asleep today. Found you looking for paint correction videos after many videos of Chemical Guys. Yeah, dude, I always try to be very honest. I mean, some people think I'm biased, or some people say that they pay me every month, and dude, nobody gives me any money. I wish, dude. If I had money, don't you know that I'd be throwing $1,800. I got a quote. One of the guys at work, he owns a body shop, and he told me because he knows me, he would cut that rust out, repaint the entire car for $1,800. So I said, okay, that's fine, but right now I'm going to wait till closer to the fall because I blew so much on that thing right there. So that's my plan right now. And it's funny, the mechanic at my job, he... Alright guys, sorry about that. It dropped on me, so I do apologize. If it ever does drop, just hang in there, guys, and I'll be glad to come back. I mean, it was an honest mistake. I didn't do anything. It just dropped on me. It said I lost connection. Wax comparison video, exactly. Hold on, let me try and read some. Howdy from Texas. How's things going? GTR it's holding up very good, Chris Armstrong. It's holding up very good. I actually, when I just moved the GTR outside, or at least I backed it halfway outside anyways, I could definitely still smell it. I actually drove it all this week because now that I have that dash cam in the car now. By the way, you guys don't know about that. I actually bought a Vicovation Opia 2 dash cam from blackboxmycar.com, and it was 250 bucks. They said it's the best single dash cam that you can get. It records in 1440p, so I've been riding around in the GTR with that, trying to see if I see any wild stuff. I've seen a few wild things, but nothing crazy yet. What else do we have here? Let me put my drink down, because everything's disappearing on me. Before I even have a chance to read it, it disappears on me. Remove swirl marks. Any type of polish is probably all you're going to need for swirl marks. Let me move to the side of the garage, because I got some of the Chemical Guy stuff here just because it's out and it's easy to get to. V38 will get you something, and it says I'm dropping again. Good God, I'm gonna have to switch routers. There it goes. V36 is a good way to get your swirls out. I actually have Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. I have used Turtle Wax's stuff. All of those will get the light swirls out without any issue. I even have the Griot's Garage. Machine Polish number 3 is meant to get out all swirls. It's not a heavy compound, but it will get out the swirls with ease. What else do you guys got questions-wise? What's up, man, from LBC Long Beach? It's always great to spend time with us. Dude, always. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I was hanging out with the wife, and we're doing a lot of cleaning right now. I've got stuff in the laundry, like I said, and I always try and come out there and talk to my subscribers. One of the things I pride myself on is every day I get home, or every night I get home, whatever time it is, I get up in the morning, I check, or at least late morning. I like to sleep, obviously, some, but I always check my subscription box. Do I have comments or anything like that? Any questions I need to reply to? So that's what I actually do, and I enjoy spending time with you guys, and obviously a lot of bugs too. Yeah, I'll probably do Adams, maybe closer to the fall though. It's just because, here's what happened. When I did the Chemical Guys stuff, I felt like it was the hype train, okay? Everybody was on the Chemical Guys hype train. Everybody, oh dude, you gotta try Chemical Guys, you gotta try it. So I finally broke down, and I spent a couple $100s on the one, I spent a couple $100s on the other one on Chemical Guys orders. But I've noticed that some of them don't have a lot of hits on them, and then you get trash talk from half the other people that come in there and say that it's a garbage product and blah blah, and you're like, have you ever even tried these products before? Yeah, that kind of thing. But now it's like the hype train's on Adams. You gotta try Adams. Oh my God, it's the best thing in the world. And I'm like, why? Have you tried it before? You know, that's the kind of thing I'm thinking now. Is it a hype train? So I'm kind of leery about it, but I'll probably will buy some later on in the fall, towards the fall. I would not park underneath a tree for nothing. I would rather have my car properly protected with sealant and wax and park it out in the sun than I'd ever rather park under a tree that might put all that sap on the car. Because once you get sap on there, it is hard to get it off. And if I don't have to work very hard, I'd rather have that than have to try and get all that garbage off. So I'd recommend staying away from the trees if I were you. It's my own personal opinion. You guys can do what you want, but I've found that I've walked out and I've had wax droplets all in the back of this car, especially when I lived up in North Florida, and I didn't like that, and I was pissed off all the time. What else we got, guys? What else? Damn, we're at 35 people. Holy cow, 36! Whoa! Thumbs up to all my subscribers out there that follow me. Dude, I did not expect this many. I think last time the highest we got was 45. If I can hit 45 or higher, dude, thumbs up, because I've noticed as a trend is what's happening is the first week I might only had 20-something, then the second week I had like 45 at one concurrent time. So I'd be actually pumped if we got more than that. It's showing poor connection for me. Hold on. Trying to get it back. You saw me on Kissimmee, and you sent a message to me on GTR Life. I don't know. I don't know what side of Kissimmee you would have probably saw me on. Normally I stay on the St. Cloud side of Kissimmee. So if you see me on that side, it's definitely me. I don't really go to the other side towards Disney much at all, just because I hate dealing with all the traffic. So there you go. What's up from Maryland? Detailing a Honda Accord for my business at the middle of this time of night? Holy crap, dude. You must have a nice garage setup to have all that. Mike Rivera, there you go. Thumbs up for you too, bud, for even hanging out with me. Thumbs up for not joining the bandwagon and making honest reviews. We'll do it up to 39. Golly, it's gonna be insane. 40. Dude, I think, like I said last week, was 44 or 45. So if we can break that, that's even better. Prelude. Yeah, there's a Prelude right there. It's all washed up. The hood's all waxed up from the comparison test. Like I said, there's gonna be a comparison test on Wednesday. You guys love these things when I do side by side. This time we're doing all the mainstream companies' synthetic waxes. And you will see that video on Wednesday. I hope it'll be one of my big videos, because it seems like people really dig these side-by-sides. Do you have any experience with Surf City Garage, Clayzilla? No, I don't. I have actually seen it. I've had some people ask me about it. It's identical to that Eagle 1 Mid I was telling you about. It's the same nanoskin technology that they're using to get it off with. All the companies are starting to use now. That's all it is. It's just on a little block, but it's basically nanoskin on that little block. I personally would rather have the mitt like I have, because you don't have to try and hold it and is it going to make it, where it's on your hand, you're just going to like, whatever, and it's not going to fall out of your hand or anything like that. Any idea how to keep the plastic yellow? Yeah, every time you decide to wash or wax or paint sealant on your car, always, always, always put some on your headlights. Every single time. When I did the jet seal from Chemical Guys on the GTR, I covered everything on that. I mean, I'm talking the glass, the actual headlights, you name it, that thing has jet seal on it. And when it rains, it beads up like a champ. I can drive probably about 30 miles, 40 miles an hour, and the water beads just go whoop, right off the thing. I don't even have to turn my windshield wipers on. It's crazy. How's the bike doing? It's doing really good. I got to ride it on Monday. We had a weird day today at work. Something happened with the weather or something out west, and so we got stuck with a lot more work than we were supposed to, so we had an earlier start time. And due to the fact that I have a baby, I have to watch him during the day, that it kind of held me up. So instead of taking the bike to work today, I actually had to take the GTR again to work today. So, well, it worked out. It was funny because I actually passed another GTR on the way home from work, and so I put in the Central Florida GTR Club. I'm like, oh my God, is there? I was like, who is that just passed me? Because even in the Orlando area, GTRs are still rare. If you see it, you're like, ooh, GTR. If I had to guess, there might be 30 or 40, 50 GTRs in all of the greater Orlando area, which is about 2 million people. They're just not everywhere. It's kind of like a Ferrari and stuff. You see a Ferrari up in Orlando area, they're pretty rare. At least when you see them on the road anyways. I'm sure there's plenty out here, but they're garage queens. You know what I mean? Shout out from Little Rock, Arkansas. 22s. Dude, always, man. Whoa, nice. That's a big truck. I don't need that kind of truck here, that's for sure. My sister passed her driving test. Are you going to let her actually drive your car? That is the key. Would you let her drive your car? Do you trust her enough? My wife, I told her she can drive the GTR because, of course, it's technically an automatic car. But she said she's too scared to drive the GTR. I said, no, it's no big deal. It's just a lot bigger. The turning radius is a lot wider. It's not like a little tiny vehicle. Sorry, I'm trying to like hold it good. I need to get something to hold the actual camera because my arm's like. Yes, poor connection. Let's see what else we got. Well, it's showing poor connection. Another good product from O'Reilly's is Acc0rd. It's amazing trim and shine. There's so many good trim and shine products out there. You guys remember a couple weeks ago I did the turtle wax trim and shine. Remember I did it right through here and all that stuff. And you can see it's holding up really good after a couple washes. No complaints at all. Everything looks good. So, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff out there. There's no reason to spend a lot of money on a trim and shine product because nothing's going to be permanent. You're going to have to do it every couple months. So why not buy a $5 or $6 bottle? It's going to last you 3 months. Or every time you apply it, it'll last about 3 months, and then just apply it again. Why would you spend a lot more money? You know what I mean? That one bottle is going to probably last you 2 years without batting an eye. Love your reviews. Tyler, I really do appreciate that, man. Dude, I appreciate it. My goal, Tyler, I tell you what, my goal is to actually pay off the GTR in exactly 3 years or less from now. Because I know my son is going to be 4 years old by then. It'll be crazy. He'll be going to like a little pre-K and stuff like that, like a 4-year-old kindergarten. But my plan is to obviously buy a 4-door. So now I'm starting to get some ideas of what kind of 4-doors I want. I'm actually interested in the Civic Type R, in that blue that it has. It doesn't look too ricey in the blue. And I'm also looking at some luxury cars, so I don't know. I mean, I got in the Ford Focus RS, but they're not going to be making that anymore, so I'd have to get a used one, which I guess is okay. All of these cars I've owned are used. I don't like to spend money on new cars because let somebody else take that initial hit. So what else kind of questions we got? Yes, the GTR has Bose speakers. All GTRs have Bose speakers in them. This car has all JL audio in it. This is not a purple car. It's a blue. This is a rare blue that Honda made from around 99 to 2001 on different cars. It was on the 99 and 2000 Honda Civic Si. It was on the 2000 Honda CR-V, and it was on the 2001 Honda Prelude. This is a Honda Prelude, by the way, and it's not purple. It's actually blue. It's Electron Blue Pearl, but it looks amazing in the sun when it's all waxed up and stuff. I'm telling you, dude, that's why I like that blue on that new Type R. I like cars that are a little bit different. Not a lot of people have them. That color was really rare. It only came out in 1 year in 2001 on the Prelude. So I was like, dude, that's so sexy. I want it. No, I haven't done launch control with the wife. And here's why. If she's with me, that means the baby's with us. And I don't want to put it on launch control with the baby in the car. I'm sure he'd be just fine. But there's no reason to put that kind of stress on him. You know what I mean? Colinite, no, I've never tried Colinite yet. A lot of people tell me it's really good, but I've never tried it, so I don't know. Thoughts on using Meguiar's all-purpose wheel and cleaner and tires? I've used their, you talking about the pink bottle one? The pink bottle one that foams up? I used to use it all the time. It's great. The problem is there's those bottles, I go through the bottles too fast. Same red paint as the GTR. There's a ton of good, when it comes to the paint on the stuff, I've given a whole video. It's about, what is it, about a year or two old now, probably 2 years old now. Best washes that I like. Over-the-counter washes you can get. I love Meguiar's Gold Class. Mother's Wash and Wax I love. What else do I like? Eagle One Nano Wash and Wax is amazing. Surf City Garage Wash and Wax is amazing. What else is there that I found over the counter? There's a couple, one or two others, but those are generally the ones that I would steer you to. They're easy to get, that you should be able to get in any Walmart or any automotive store that I like a lot. They'll foam up for you for days. They're not going to run out of foam, and they're going to be super rich and super thick. Have you ever polished the black pillars on a car or truck? Yeah, I actually did on my Nissan 370Z. I had the black pillars on it, and they were just a painted surface, so I actually did paint. I did use the polish, the orange pad on it, and polished all the swirls out. It did really good. No questions asked. You should open a P.O. box. I think I'm going to do like one of those. I think you go with P.O. box, you have to do them for like a couple months at a time, so I don't know if it's like 3 or 6 months you have to pay for, but it's okay. I will do it because I have a lot of people saying they want to send me stuff, but I don't want to give out my personal address for people to be like crazy stalkers with, you know what I mean? I love your, what do we got? Type R is the way to go. See, there's a lot of hate on the Type R saying it's rice. In the blue version, the one they're selling right now on that Bring a Trailer, that's the current bid is $200,000. $200,000 for a Civic Type R? That's somebody's got way too much Jay Leno money. That's all I got to say. Or some Arab prince or something like that. That's the only thing I can think to have that kind of money to throw for a Civic Type R. All the info you're saying about the knowledge of detailing is spot on. Well, dude, I really do appreciate the detailing 101. You guys all know I do this as a hobby. I do not do it as an everyday thing. If I thought about it, I could always do it, open my own company, but then, I don't know. You've got to walk that fine line where is it fun anymore, or is it not fun? I'm showing poor connection, so I apologize if it's not good quality right now. Would you ever drive an SUV? Sure, I drive an SUV. I've got no problems with it. We test drove a brand new Nissan Pathfinder before we settled on the minivan. I have no problem with the SUV at all. Do you want to do any mods to the GTR, or are you good the way it is? It has the Tanabe medallion exhaust, if you don't know, on the GTR. That way it came on it, so no problem at all. But, you know, right now, I just want to put at least wheels on it this fall and tint it out. And I don't know. After that, I just don't know. Right now, my mind's set on hurry up and pay it off, and any money I have extra every month goes towards paying that off, which I actually just paid another extra $350 today, as a matter of fact, because I got my Friday paycheck and I had extra money, so I threw another $350 on top of the payment I already paid, which was more than my payment that was due at the end of last month. I was like, you know what, I got the money, whether just blow it, I'd rather just pay it off, so that's what I did, paid some extra on it. 2000 Civic Si. You know, here's the story about why I got the Prelude here in this color. In 2000, I bought a brand new Honda Accord Coupe, fully loaded EX V6 model. My teacher used to be a car salesman there while he was in college, and so he took me up there and he knew one of the good sales guys. And right next to us was a 2000 Civic Si in the Electron Blue Pearl, the really rare color that everybody loves in the Civic. And he said, I think you really should get that. It's a lot cheaper. I think brand new they were $19,000 or $20,000. He said, I really don't think you need to go into a $25,000 loan at 19 years old. And of course, being a young man, we don't listen to anybody else. And I was like, no, it's fine. And so I went ahead and bought the Honda Accord Coupe. I loved it, fully loaded. It was good power, every option, leather, the whole 9 yards. But 2 years later, I sold it because I started finding myself that I was barely making the payments, and I just didn't like living paycheck to paycheck anymore, so I decided to let it go. And I did. I paid off all my credit cards, and I bought an old Honda Accord from way back in the day. So which kind of led to where I was like, well, I'm buying another Accord after another Accord, and then I just said, I'll just name my video games thing and all my channels Accord. So that's how you know how I got Accord. Paint coatings. I've actually tried, I think, what is it, Meguiar's is the paint coating, right? Let's walk over to my the office over here. Let's see, what is it called, the proper thing? I'm trying to get in here. Remember, the blue car's in the way. Where's there? Here you go, here you go. This stuff. I use this. Remember I used it on my friend 300ZX? Yeah, this stuff is really good. Too bad McGuire's canceled it. I don't know why, because it's basically a sealant. And that stuff did really good. Really easy to apply. I don't know why they stopped carrying it and why they canceled it. I guess when they don't sell a lot of a product, they go ahead and drop it from the line. But if you ever find that stuff somewhere in Walmart for sale for like $2 or $3, like I've heard, pick them up. You will not be disappointed. Yeah, NXT Tire Shine is the same as Dub Tire Shine. I'll put money on it. I will put money on it. That's the exact same product. It's just rebranded. Love the videos. Have you tried engine cleaners? I actually used the Chemical Guys orange degreaser on this engine. Have you seen that video yet? Try and make sure you check that out, Dark Knight. It really cleaned it up like that. It was so stinking easy because it had a little bit of oil around the edge and stuff like that. Gone, completely spotless again. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. What got you into detailing? You have to mention that before the video. Gameplays. What did I do? Okay, well, you know, I had this car and I had the white car. I was single. And of course, because you're spending so much money on your car, you want to take care of it. So of course, I would just use regular turtle wax, just basic stuff, just to get the car all done. I didn't know any better. I was still a young kid. I didn't know anything. And I said, you know what? I want to try this out. So I did that, and then I put the videos up on YouTube, and I started to notice people were interested in it, and then that kind of got me more interested in actually checking out different detailing products and expanding my knowledge and my wisdom of it. And just a little bit of a time, you know, learning from the pros and then just going from there and reading up on some stuff. And then finally, you know, just one by one, trial and error, doing it on my own, spending my own money out there. And I just suddenly, boom, before you know it, you know, I'm where I am now. I'm still just a hobbyist. I don't do it as a job. You guys know that. You know, I've had a lot of people in the neighborhood ask me if I'll clean their cars, but I've never actually taken anybody up on their job yet. Another quick question, will you be doing products on Majestic Solutions products? Honestly, I've never heard of that company, Majestic Solutions, so I don't know. Mike Phillips. Mike Phillips, I know some guy that plays paintball over there. He has a big YouTube channel, or at least he did it one time over there in the Tampa area, and his name was Mike Phillips. Not a random, I'm sure it's like everybody has that name kind of thing. What else do we have? Another question. Does Tire Shine prolong your tires from cracking? It will protect them as long as it has UV protecting in them. They will help from the sun cracking them, but over time your tires are just going to fall apart anyways, so you really want to make sure you keep up on the tires. When I bought the old white Prelude out there, the car had been sitting for so many years it actually had tire rot. I had put 4 brand new tires on. I actually put 4 brand new tires on it last year as well, so I've had that car, it'll be 8 years this November I've had the white car. So I paid $1,100 for it. Why wouldn't? $1,100, that's a no-brainer, right? I got the GTR at $64,000. I talked them down. They wanted $67,900, and I went through and looked at it and stuff, and I actually offered less, but they said no. But you got to try, right? You got to see where the bottom is, and they said 64 was their final offer. That's the bottom they would take, and I said, all right, that's fine with me. We'll do it. He just said, well, let me call my boss and make sure that it's good to go, because I did not see the car. I only saw pictures on Auto Trader. And I said, well, nothing's final until I get there. And you're like, no, we understand that. I mean, when you're dealing with an exotic car dealership, they treat you like no dealership ever. When you roll in there, it's not, you know, the little rats just trying to run out there and, you know, you want to buy a car today. It's not like that, because the people that roll in there usually have a lot of money, so they treat you with respect. They do whatever, you guys do whatever you guys want, that kind of thing. That's the way they treat me. Are you looking for anything in particular? And I went in there already knowing what I wanted, so it wasn't a problem. So they didn't bug me at all. I'm getting poor connection again. Terminator, yes, Terminator. I've not done the review on Terminator yet. No, I haven't. I'm sorry. But yes, that is a product supposed to be amazing. Wolfgang Fusion, worth the money. No, there's no issues with wax. The funny thing is, you mentioned that about the shelf life. On my mother's here, it's been sitting here just in my closet, no big deal, right, for a while now, for about 2 years or so, and it's actually all cracked up because it just sat there. And I made sure to put in the video that even though it's all cracked, the wax is still perfectly fine. You can actually heat it up and actually melt it back, but you just kind of rub along it and it just kind of melts again. But yeah, it's fully cracked up. If I could pop the top, you would actually see. I'm getting poor connection, by the way. Wolfgang, I've heard a lot of good things about Wolfgang. I've tried the Pinnacle Sovereign. I love Pinnacle Sovereign. I know it's amazing, amazing. 5%, yeah, 5% all the way around. It's got a 5% strip on the top, and then 80% air blue on the entire windshield. If you guys got to see my Operation Prelude restoration, that's when I did the tint. So you would see that. I've never seen paint look like that. Brushed metal. I don't know. I'm getting poor connection over and over and over. I don't know why. It's kind of stupid because I have full bars right now on my thing. What's up, Big U? Hi from Chicago. Lewis, what's going on, buddy? What's the best waterless wash and wax? I have used a lot, and I've actually... Meguiar's makes a really good over-the-counter one. Here, I like this one a lot. The Wax Gods Wash and Wax. This smells really good, and it's super slick. I have also used this one. No complaints at all. So there's multiple products out there that are good. But if you need something now that you can easily get in your store, just go get the Meguiar's version. It's a little pricey, but so are all waterless wash and waxes. None of them are going to be cheap. For some reason, they're expensive to make, I guess, so they have to charge more. I think Meguiar's is $12 or $14 a bottle, so you might get 1 or 2 washes out of it, and that's it. You're done. I don't really get to play any video games anymore, Tyler. Being a dad, it changed my life. Like, I used to stay up late every night and play video games, but that whole lifestyle ended because I try and go to bed now around 2 o'clock, maybe a little bit later, and I just don't have time to play anymore. It's just, you don't do... What can you do? You know, you got to be up in the morning, you'll be screaming, and you're just a zombie. All you do is kind of lay there until he goes back for his afternoon nap, and then you go back to sleep with him, and you're like, I'm going to crash if you're going to sleep. So that's the survival of a dad. You know, it's great, though. Being a dad, probably one of the best things that's ever happened in my life. Honest to God, it's probably one of the best things. It's so much fun having him around. Have you had success with foam action in the foam cannon and the foam blaster from Chemical Guys from the other soaps? Jason, did you actually see this week's video, Jason? Go on my YouTube and just watch it. I literally just uploaded it on Wednesday. A lot of people said that I should have used a lot more soap, but I figured in my mind, I'm like, well, if I'm only putting 2 ounces in of Chemical Guys, then I really only want to put about 2 ounces in of the actual Meguiar's or Mother's. Now, everybody said if you put a ton more in, it would have worked, but I just want you guys to see my track of thinking there. That if the ones that are made for it only take 2 ounces or less, then I only wanted to put in 2 ounces or less. So that's why. Yeah, you will actually increase durability a little bit if, let's say, you put sealant on here and then throw some wax on it. It'll actually give it a little bit more protection and obviously more of a pop if you put like a nice carnauba wax on top. I live in North Carolina. Yep. I've never heard of it around here. Sorry about the Majestic Solutions. Damn, it's hot. And these bugs are like all over my ass right now. What's your opinion on waterless projects such as things? I've never tried EcoSmart. Sorry about that. Waterless wash and wax, it's really cool, but it's costly. You guys got to see. I did it actually on this car a couple months ago with Wax Gods, and I would say, can you see how much is left in there? I used probably 60 or 70% of that little bottle just on this car alone, because you don't want to be light-handed when you're putting on a wash and wax, because you don't want to be scraping in any dirt or any debris that's not being properly absorbed by the soap, so it'll easily slide off. So you really want to kind of be just like sprayed on pretty good. So if you have to have it, it's a good product. If you live up north or you have an apartment, it's a good product. But if not, I would say if you want to save money, just get yourself a 2-bucket method. It'll be a lot cheaper for you. Yo, Alex W, what's going on, buddy? Have you tried rinseless washes? No, I haven't. I just noticed on Griot's Garage channel, they actually just said that they're making them now. How I feel about that, I guess if I was trapped inside and I couldn't wash it, like if I was up north, I would consider it. But I'd honestly, you still have to have water, so what's the point? I don't know, man. If you have an option like waterless wash and wax, why would I want to go through the steps of having to get water bucket out and everything like that? I just don't see the point. Maybe it's because it's a cheaper option than that, but for me personally, I would just rather use that if I was only going to do it. You know, because I know you guys up north that are stuck in all that snow and goop and stuff, you can't wash like I can all year round, that would be the better option for me. What is going on, Victor? What's up, buddy? It's the most amount you should spend on paste wax. Dude, there's sky's the limit. There's paste wax out there. Chemical Guys, I think, even makes one that's $2,000 or $3,000, there's no way in hell I would spend that much. No way I'd spend that much. I'll tell you what is highly recommended that I guess the Concourse Tour uses. A lot of times that they recommend, gotta find it though. Now you're gonna put me on the spot and I'm gonna have to find it. And I don't know where it is, guys. You gotta understand what kind of mess my garage is in right now. And especially with the garage, I can't open the door. Oh, here it is. Haha. This. Can you see it? You get it from AutoGeek. It's the Pinnacle Sovereign, okay? It's pure carnauba wax, not that garbage filler wax that you're gonna get. I'm not gonna say garbage, but it doesn't have all those fillers and stuff in it. It's a pure carnauba wax. For that little bottle, little container, it's $60. But I have never, ever tried a carnauba wax that goes on so easy and comes off so easy. You don't even have to let that thing haze up. As soon as you put it on, it'll come right back off. Now, obviously, Chemical Guys Butter Wet Wax will do that. Masterson's Wax will do that. But it's just the shine that gives you, because it's a pure carnauba wax, is when you do it, it's like, oh my God. But you're getting what you pay for, guys. That's the honest to God truth. I would only spend that if you have a car that you really care about and you're not going to wax it that often, or it's a garage queen where you're only driving it every time, because that wax might only last you about 2 months or so, but the results you get are out of this world. Good beginner's polisher, easy, no problem at all. Get the Grills Garage 6-inch DA polisher. You won't have any problems with it. $150. I got it from AutoGeek.com. They carry everything. AutoGeek is what it is all the companies go to them, and then they're a mass distributor. Now, they do make their own products like the Pinnacle Sovereign, Wolfgang, and stuff like that, but for the most part, they carry all the products, like all these general products, and you could just go to them, and they ship worldwide. So no matter where you are in this world, they'll ship it to you. That's not a problem. How old? The GTR is a 2013. It's a 2013 GTR. It just rolled 28,000 miles. I put just a hair over 1,000 miles on it since I bought it in January. What's going on, Jason? How you been doing? Chemical Guys have lost their mind. If you guys follow Chemical Guys, I don't really follow them on subscription on YouTube, but I do have them on Instagram, and I see they just launched like 3 new products. Another car wash, another butter wet wax, but it's cherry butter wet wax or something. I'm like, what? You already have it. And even people will comment, they're like, what is that, like 40 car washes you have now? Why do they have so many car washes? And I still ask them, I'm like, where's a good wash for your 2-bucket method? Because all your washes are so watered down. I apologize. It's so hot outside right now. We're probably high 80s right now with a massive amount of humidity. Like I said earlier, when it comes to actually soaps, I would try anything from Meguiar's Gold Class, Mother's Wash and Wax, Eagle 1 Nano Wash and Wax, and Surf City Wash and Wax. Any of those I would use all day long and never question it. I might try Coal Night in the future. I have a lot of people always tell me about it. Trying to detail my car today. Good luck. Hopefully it's cool where you live. Just washing this today, dude, I was burning up. I'm pretty sure I got a little bit more of a tan today because it was so hot. Because I first mowed the yard because it's been raining all week. Our grass was like this tall, so I had to mow it. And then I washed it. So I was out there in the sun for a while today. No, it's not going to hurt anything to always clay the paint. You should really only need to clay your paint twice a year. That's about it. As long as you do get yourself a sandwich baggie. The pros will teach you this. Get a sandwich baggie or anything like that. Put your hand in the sandwich baggie and then run it across the top of the paint. It actually increases your feeling sensitivity to actually any of the contaminants in your paint, and you can actually feel it bumpy. That's when you need it. But on the real, you probably only need to clay it once to twice a year, depending on how often you are out there or how often it's in the elements. If you're in the elements a lot, twice a year is enough. Once every 6 months. That's all you'll really ever need to do it. What is the best place to get some microfibers from good? Actually, I bought a lot from Chemical Guys. I bought a lot from AutoGeek. And they're all honestly about, for a good high-end quality one, they're going to be about the same. Like, hold on. I got one right here, as a matter of fact. See this? Well, it's like silk line, but these things are super soft. These are like 3 for $15, okay? So you're not... But when you're playing with the big boys, everything's more expensive, and you got to understand that. But this thing is so stinking thick. Like, look how thick it is. Okay, it's not like a cheap, here, ready? Here's Walmart, right here. This is what I use for the interior and stuff like that. You see how thin that is? Now, compare that to that. There's a huge noticeable difference because these are a lot thicker, very plush, silk lined, so you're never going to scratch anything. Edgeless is whatever they want to call them, silk line. Anyways, that, and those are right there, $3 for $15. So wherever you go, you're going to be paying about that much. But really, all you need is probably 3 of them. That's what I do because, like I said, those are only meant to touch the paint. And the other ones from Walmart, you get the big old roll of them for $10. Use those inside your car. Use them on your wheels. Just don't use them on your car's paint. That would be my suggestions for you to save money and don't go overboard. You know, there's no reason for you to blow money that you don't need to. Now, if I was working for Auto Geek or Chemical Guys or any one of those companies, I would tell you, you have to get the other ones. You have to get the 3 for $30 and that kind of thing. Don't do it. You only need to do, maybe buy 2 of those 3-packs for $30. That'll be perfect, especially if you have multiple cars. Other than that, I never use those at all. Never. Those never come out of my my bin. Best bug remover. I love the turtle wax stuff. You guys got to see the one where I used it in my wife's. That was the foam version of it, but I actually had the spray bottle of it. That stuff is amazing. Now I have used the wax gods. That's really good too. What else have I used? I used a few others, but the ones that I can say that I can go to all the time, easy to find at Walmart, would be the turtle wax bug and tar remover. No issues at all. Super easy to find. $5. Why not? I'm not going to have you guys blowing stupid money when there's no reason for you to blow money. That just is a waste of your time and a waste of your stuff. It's going to be the next mid-90s. It's been in the 90s for weeks here, dude. It's hot. It's definitely summer again. Super hard shell, thing that shocked me. I don't know if it would last you 12 months. I wouldn't put my money on turtle wax for 12 months. This stuff, the actual paste wax here, that's really good, but it only lasts 5 to 6 months. But still, 5 to 6 months, and you do it maybe twice a year, you're fine, you're covered. You could get a little bit crazy and do it 3 times a year, once every 4 months, to give for the ultimate protection, but there's really no reason for you to go above board. And this stuff right there is about $15, $16 for that, so I'd highly recommend that. Is it me or the dents on the freshly waxed personal car a huge bummer? Dents will piss anybody off, especially if you really care. Give you an example. When I bought this car in 2006, I found it on Auto Trader, and I was in Syracuse, New York at a Honda dealership in Syracuse, New York. What I did is I flew up there and I drove it all the way home. I was in a Pennsylvania rest stop. I went in there to go to the bathroom. We were just across the border into Pennsylvania on the way home. And I came back out and there was a flippin' massive door ding on the side. It's still there. It's gone now, but I was furious. There was nobody parked around me. I just went in there to take, piss, come back out, and the damn thing was dinged. I was furious with it. And it's still there to this day. And I just can't help it. So when I park at the very end of parking lots. I park next to a side curb. Anything I can to avoid it, because I hate door dings in my cars. Is that McGuire's in the purple? No, that's the turtle wax. Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to align my hand up for you guys. That's the McGuire's Ultimate. That's the turtle wax ice. And that's the Mother's California Gold Synthetic Wax. So giving you guys a heads up. Tech Wax 2.0. Yeah, it's in there, but it's not as easy to find as these. And these are the main go-to ones that you'll always find. So I figured why not do the comparison on these 3 right here. Brake dust cleaner, any type of wheel cleaner. A lot of the wheel cleaners, I love Eagle One wheel cleaner a lot. They sell that giant gallon or 2-gallon bucket. Definitely love that stuff. McGuire's makes a good one. I just like the foaming one. So Dub, if you can still find Dub wheel cleaner, I like it. It's McGuire's. It's just colored and it smells. I don't know. There's some other ones out there, but I think Mother's actually foams up too. But these are the ones that I always find myself going back to, I should say. Foam is life. It really is, Samuel. I don't know why. I have a personal obsession with the foam. But to me, when I'm washing a car and there's no foam in it and it's flat and it looks like it's just water and I'm pushing around water, it doesn't feel like I'm cleaning the car. It feels like I've just got a bucket of water, literally a bucket of water, put my mitt in and just went and that's what I feel like when I go ahead and clean it, okay? So I don't know, it's a personal, maybe it's a mind thing for me, but if the bucket of suds are soap is just flat, to me, it doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Like I said, it could be a mental thing, but it doesn't feel like it. And I found a lot of, like Meguiar's Ultimate Wash and Wax, the suds die on that, probably 3/4 of the car wash. The suds die on the Meguiar's Ultimate Wash and Wax. So I don't recommend that for your go-to if you just want to wash and wax combined. I recommend something like a Mother's, Surf City, or Eagle One. Any of those three I recommend all day long. The suds will last forever, and you won't have any issues with it. Are the special... I would definitely recommend just like a Chemical Guys VRP, Masterson's Kareem. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's right here, right? Yeah, this stuff. This will last for about 3 weeks. Hold on. We're walking. Where's that? Gotta find it. Oh, this stuff will last about 3 weeks. So, no complaints at all on that stuff. That will last you the longest, and it'll look the best. It's not over the top shiny, but it looks really good. Do you know if Chemical Guys car washes petroleum distillates? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know the actual chemical breakdown of all the products, so I don't want to guess and try and tell you guys when I don't know 100% for sure. That'd be rude of me. I use Gold Class. Yes, suds on Gold Class you won't have any issues with. Total thumbs up from me on that one all day long. I actually just ran out of it when you guys got to see my latest foam test. That, by the way, that was a lot of fun for me to make. I enjoyed it. I really did. Because I don't get to get the pressure washer out a lot, and I actually had a lot of fun with it. So, 2 thumbs up for me on getting to use the pressure washer, and it was just a stupid excuse to use it, and I had a lot of fun with it. There's bugs around me, flying around me. I know you can't see them in the camera, but they're definitely here. So what up, guys? I was wondering, I would like to know from you guys, now that I know there's a couple people from foreign countries, who is the farthest away from us right now? I live in Kissimmee, Florida, but who is probably the person right now streaming that is farthest away from me right now? Is there anybody in Europe that's watching? Is there anybody in Asia that's watching? Anybody in the Pacific area that's watching? Hawaii, what's up, buddy? We got, who else we got here? Silver SS on YouTube. What's up, dude? Arizona, Utah, Australia. See, I got one on there from Australia. Indiana, Illinois. Dude, you guys can take all of our heat and ship it up there. Take it all and go up. I don't know if that's Iowa or Louisiana. I'm sure it's Louisiana, Kingsley. San Jose. There are really no Floridians today. I noticed that. Normally I had, like last week, I had a ton of Floridians in here, but this week I don't really have them. VA. So I was just wondering, because sometimes I'll pull up some people from overseas. Dallas, Los Angeles, Maryland. You know, it's funny, because I work in the shipping industry, a lot of these young kids nowadays are so uneducated, it's so sad, that they can't even tell you the, the abbreviations for the states. It goes like, Boca Raton. We're actually going to be down in West Palm Beach again, almost right across from Detail Fest when I was down in Detail Fest a couple months ago. We're going to be down there again. My wife has to do her medical update stuff or whatever, and it's 3 days long, so we're going to be staying at the Hilton down there. It's right there. It's at the Hilton, and it's like, well, it's going to be at the Breakers, which is that really, really millionaire place, but we're going to be staying at the Hilton, so I'll be down there for 3 days in Palm Beach, so we'll see, because I'll be by myself basically watching the baby all day long, so maybe if there's anybody in Florida, I'll have like a little bit of a hangout or something like that. 73, dude, please take the heat. It is way too hot here. Laredo, Texas, well, he probably knows all about the heat too, but I don't think Laredo has much humidity like it is right here. I can just feel it on me. I was going to take a shower after I got home from work, and I was like, I know I'm going to be doing this with you guys hanging out, and I'm not going to I'm not going to sit there and die in the heat. Because what I'm planning to do is fully clean up upstairs and actually get on the computer and do a live hangout from the future. Because of the fact that I can do it up there in air conditioning, I have a better camera, and I think it'd be a lot better. 90, but no humidity. Yeah, dude, I am like, ugh, I can feel it right now on me. It's like nasty right now. Let's see. Woo, 57. I could only imagine that'd be great. I would love some cooler air. Maybe not 57. Maybe like 67. I think 67 would be fine for me right now. But no, 57, you start to get to the point where you want to wear a light jacket or something like that, you know, that kind of stuff. And I don't really want to do that too much, because then it's not fun anymore. Damn, 56 in San Francisco. I figured it would be a lot cooler or a lot hotter, but guess not. Sorry, chewing some ice. 57. You gotta understand, guys. A lot of you guys don't understand this. When it gets cold in Florida, we still have humidity. Humidity makes everything feel hotter, or it makes it feel even colder. So when we get down, let's say when I lived in North Florida, we would actually get down to the 20s and sometimes teens. You still have humidity. So now it's making the exact opposite effect of when it's hot and you have humidity. It's cold and you have humidity, so it's a wet cold. And it is freezing then. I've been in lots of snow. Okay, this car has been in a lot of snow. There's nothing like North Florida when it gets cold. I have never experienced, even my grandma's Illinois her whole life said, it is colder in Florida than she's ever had it in Illinois, ever, because of the humidity down here. It is awful, because you're shivering nonstop because of that wet cold that we get, and it just sucks. It's awful, and I had to work in that, and there's no heaters in the buildings and stuff. It just sucked. Do you really... Okay, maintenance-wise, I usually have somebody else do it. I don't do any of the maintenance myself. I just pay somebody to do it. Oil changes, I have somebody else do it. Obviously, I put new tires on this car. I put at least 2 new tires on this car last year. Obviously, somebody else is going to do that. That kind of stuff. The maintenance, like I just had brand new air conditioning system put in the white car. Brand new, a whole thing. Obviously, somebody else did that. I'm not doing that kind of stuff. I don't know why I keep getting poor connection. It's the funniest thing because I have 4 bars on my Wi-Fi. So it's really stupid that I'm getting a poor connection. Yes, I've definitely heard of Colonite 845. I've heard of it a lot, as a matter of fact. Might as well call them atoms because of how much I've heard about it lately. You know? So, any questions you guys got for me, I am totally care. No, we use, it was Bright House, but Bright House just got out and it's called Spectrum now. I don't know. It's called Spectrum, that's all I know. I just pay the stuff. Jonathan, I plan to open up a P.O. box here soon because I'm having a lot of people that are interested in sending me stuff. I actually have people telling me they would send me Adams products because they have extra stuff when they did a mystery box. But because I don't want to give out my personal address to anybody other than companies, that I don't give it out. So I don't know. Yeah, it's really weird. It's going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I guess I could switch to Wi-Fi or my 4G LTE on Verizon, but why blow my data if I don't need to? Jonathan, what's going on? Part of Central Florida Z Club group. Yeah, dude, I'm still in it, but I don't participate or anything like that. I kind of stopped participating in a lot of that stuff. I got older and I just didn't care as much. I'm not into all the getting wasted and stuff like that, so that's why I just stopped going, because it seemed like every time they wanted to go to the bar and get drunk, and that just wasn't me. So what else we got? Hey, I bought a Trillex speed compound. It was horrible, waste of money. I had no problems with it, Hakeem. I had 0 problems with the speed compound. My favorite wax is DP Max Wax. That sounds kind of dirty. DP Max. Don't know. What kind of upgrades are you going to do? Definitely right now, Big U, we're doing wheels, springs, and tint sometime around the fall. I'm waiting till there's special sales they do like once or twice a year. They told me around Black Friday. It already has an exhaust on it, so I'm just going to leave that for now. I do want an Army Tricks exhaust on it, but for now it has an exhaust, so I'm not going to spend any money on it. Tampa Z don't get drunk. You know what I mean, though, the way they are. It seems like every time they want to go to a bar and something. The last time I went out with them, we went to the Orlando Eyes parking lot, and everybody was given warnings, to trespassing warnings, to don't ever come back. They dropped it all, but why should I go through that garbage? I mean, I wasn't doing anything wrong. We were just going to go to the top, take some pictures, and they were pissed off about other people coming in there, car groups, and acting a dipshit. So they called 5 police cars. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it. We were driving at like 15 miles an hour through the parking garage, and they said that was speeding. The speed limit through the parking garage was 5 miles an hour at the Orlando Y. So everybody got warnings to do, whatchamacallit, no trespassing and all that stuff, and it was stupid. They got it thrown out, but that's dumb. I shouldn't have to deal with that just to go hang out with people. And I heard Z-Days was a pain in the ass. Do you think the majority of the people are driving worse every year? When I'm on my motorcycle, I see really, really bad drivers because of the motorcycle. You can sit right. I usually get right up on somebody's bumper, like on the side of them. And so if anybody's coming up from behind and they're not paying attention, which has happened to me, and you hear the squealing of the brakes, I can lane split right through them. And you'll see that almost everybody at every light is on their phone, and they're not paying any attention. Their head's down like this, and then as soon as it goes green, they're not paying attention. It happened to a cop the other day when I was there. I was in a GTR, as a matter of fact, about 2 weeks ago. I was going by the international airport, and he wouldn't go. We sat there for almost 10 seconds on a green light, and the other car next to him wouldn't go either, and I'm like, go, dipshit, some of them. So I actually had to honk. I honked at the Orlando police officer because he wouldn't get off his ass because he was on his phone the whole time. And you saw him go like this, ho, 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 no, and he just took off in his Dodge Charger. It was just shows you how bad it really is getting now. Nathan is asleep right now, Sergio. If you saw my Instagram live stream this afternoon, I did like a little 20-minute one showing you what the products I was doing at the time. He was on there. Gil, what's going on, buddy? What bike do I got? Can you see it right there? It is a Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. It's 2012. Going to get 70% tint tomorrow. Legal tint. Screw New York City. Screw those crazy ass people up there. We go dark. At least if I was up there in New York, I would do like 30-something% tint, but I sure as hell wouldn't do 70. I mean, the front windshield, the whole windshield is air blue, 80%. It's basically clear, but it helps keep the heat out. But no, I wouldn't do 70%. No, do like 35%. This ain't legal in the state of Florida, but screw it. We're doing it, buddy. We're doing it. But nobody cares in Florida. That's the difference. Nobody cares in Florida. I've driven this car just the way it is right now in a tent in New York multiple times. And I've never been bothered with it, so take that with a grain of salt. Whoa. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up a little bit. Apologize. I just want to make sure that I am reading everybody's comments and replying to them. Oh, dude, it's so bad. When you're on the motorcycle, it is so bad. So what I do a lot of times now, let's say we're at the light, and I see them with their heads down. And it goes green. I give them 2 or 3 seconds. And if they're not going to go on green because I know their heads are down and they're texting away or they're on Facebook, I lane split them and I go right around and I keep going. Now, I know lane splitting is illegal here in the state of Florida, but I still act like it's legal and I go right around him because I figured I'll act like, tell the cop, I thought he was broke down. He just sat there on a green light, wasn't moving, and I was like, I'm not waiting on him. But I go right around him. But I've lane split many times here when I get tired. Like if it's pouring rain, I get caught in the rain, forget it, son. I am lane splitting everywhere like it's California. I'm right up in the middle. I'm like, nope, I'm going to the front because I just want to go home. And I'm sick of being stuck in the rain. So I just lane split through the whole group. But nobody here honks or anything like that, so that's pretty good. We do not have inspections in the state of Florida, Hakeem. We haven't had state inspections since around 1995, 1996. That's when they got rid of... Actually, I'm sorry, let me take it back. That was county inspections. State inspections in the state of Florida were dropped sometime in the 80s, from what I understood. Early 80s, they dropped state inspections. Dude, I can't either, Adam. What part of Florida are you in, Adam, by the way? Because you're so far, you and Jonathan, the only two that I know that are in Florida. Bugs. 35%. Destin. Oh, right on. Those rich white people up there, Adam. I know, because I lived in Pensacola for a while there. I went to the University of West Florida. Let's see. I know Jonathan's over in Tampa. I don't know if he's still on. Jonathan, you still there, buddy? Are you actually in Tampa or are you somewhere else? Jonathan. I would recommend a sealant over, now that I've discovered the sweet benefits of a sealant, I would recommend a sealant all day long over a wax. There's security. You see him rolling by? Security! Yeah, we have paid security in our neighborhood, so they roll around at night. And because I have the garage door open, they're kind of probably just like, what is this guy doing with the garage door open? But he sees me, so he's like, whatever, bro. So if you try and come in my neighborhood, you're going to get taken. Then again, I have alarm in my neighborhood, we have gated neighborhood, we have security in our neighborhood, and I have a shitload of guns. So it would not be a good thing to try and break into my home. And we have cameras around too, so we're like straight up security. We don't want anybody messing with our stuff. Sweet, Adam. What'd you get your degree in, Adam, if you don't mind me asking? What's a glossiest interior cleaner? You want to get something like a Meguiar's Ultimate Shine. You want something like that. I love sweet tea. Business management. Yeah, I was a history major, so I hear you. Let me see. I think I still have it. Apologize, we're going back in the darkness again. I don't know if I actually have it left here. I have, I know I have it somewhere, but I don't know if I have it anymore. I have natural shine here. Nope. Don't want anything to fall down. Here we go. There you go, guys. McGuire Supreme Shine. This will give you the most shine right here for your buck. That's easy to find. I think it's around $6 at Walmart. So if you want a lot of shine, I would highly recommend that. Puerto Rico, what's going on? Juan, let me be real with you. Do you have any family or relatives that live in Kissimmee, Florida? I'll let you take a second to answer that. See if you have any family or friends that live here in Kissimmee, because Kissimmee, if you guys don't know, is little Puerto Rico. It's nothing but Hispanic people here. It's all Latinos here. You go into Walmart, and on the overhead intercom here at Walmart, they speak in Spanish. We had no idea before we moved here. So it's like, what the? And they've actually tried to talk to me in Spanish, and I'm like, do I look Spanish? I'll say, hey, how you doing, ma'am? And they're like, brrr. I'm like, what are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. Oh, okay, Juan. Yeah, but Juan, you know Kissimmee. I'm telling you right now. It's either New York or Florida in Kissimmee. Now they say Kissimmee or Florida in general is the #1 place for Puerto Ricans to move to that are leaving the country. It used to be New York, now it's Florida. So, little tip for you. Yeah, I'm sure Los Angeles is Mexican though, but here is all Puerto Ricans. There's Dominicans here and 1 or 2 Cubans and stuff like that, but it's almost all Puerto Ricans here. See, family in New York. You see what I mean, Juan? And now my idea is probably the next few years they'll look at moving to Florida. They all do here. We drive here, 5 minutes, you'll see New York plates everywhere. New York or New Jersey plates, they're all over the place here in Kissimmee, Florida. They're all flooding in from up north. They don't want to be up north, and they want to be more like the climate of Puerto Rico, so that's why they come here. Do you like Puerto Rico? I have been to Puerto Rico on many cruises. It's a really pretty country, but I heard they're having a lot of financial problems and a lot of drama, and that's not good, man. That sucks. People. Yeah, the people, for the most part, are okay. But then you have people in Puerto Rico is what we see. They're very friendly people. Then you have the New Yorkers. They have a bad attitude, okay? I don't know what it is about them. Even the real Puerto Ricans say, though, New Yorkers don't represent them. And that's sad, because that's a lot of times all we see is the typical New York attitude, and they're like, meh. So it's just the way it goes. Don't take any offense to it. You're not part of the problem, but we definitely see it down here. The real Puerto Ricans are the nicest people in the world, super polite, super friendly, and then you see the New York people, they have the New York attitude that are like, you know. How come sometimes you don't follow the directions of the car products? I always follow the directions on the car products. I don't know what you're talking about. I read off every direction before all the videos, and then I follow them step by step. I follow everything just like the way it says. Because of people like you that'll be like, you're doing it wrong, you're not doing it right. So I do it by the directions and go from there. So nobody can blame me for following right. If I was needing money, I would consider starting a detailing business, but I don't need the money. I have a good job. My wife has an amazing job, so I don't need the money. So I don't think I'd ever start one. No. Maybe, but see, here's the thing I've learned in my life. As I've gotten older, I've learned that money is one of the highest things in the world. You have to have money to survive. You have to have money to have a good life, etc. But it's not everything in life. So once you have enough money and you're doing comfortable, you don't really want to go and do tons and tons extra, make even more. When you're already happy and comfortable, there's really no reason to go bust your tail and work a lot more. If all your bills are easily paid, you're having a good life, you get to buy some of the stuff you want, there's no reason for you to bust your tail, at least in my eyes. I don't want to work more when we're having a good life right now. But I actually use the extra money that we do have, especially from her job, to pay off all of our bills so much faster. Okay? Because I don't want to be in debt for very long. I work in a shipping company and my wife is a doctor. What is your wife, what job? My wife is a doctor. She's a family practice doctor or general practice, whatever you guys want to call it. That's what she does for a living. I met her when she was in college at the University of North Florida when I was in Jacksonville, Florida. And she went to med school, and then I went off to college over in Pensacola, Florida. And we just kind of went our own ways. And she contacted me when she was in med school in her last year, and we started talking again. The only thing I'd worry about with the cops is get anything that attracts their attention. Exhaust, maybe some stupid camber or anything like that that might look bad. I would worry about that. But usually exhaust is what the cops always hear. They hear that, you know, you get a nasty, raspy, like eBay exhaust or something like that, the cops are going to hear you coming. One of the guys I ride with, motorcycles, he is actually a police officer here in St. Cloud, Florida, about 5 minutes down the road. And he tells me about some of the stuff that goes on. But, you know, riced out stuff actually draws a lot of attention, clearly. Clean cars and stuff, they don't pay any attention to it or anything. And he said if you're not really speeding or doing anything, he said they could care less about it. But the raspy exhaust and stuff like that will make the police at least look at you for a few minutes and be like, is he doing something wrong? And that's about it. That's one of the things I would tell you to stay away from is just some cheap exhaust garbage. Don't be too ridiculous out there and you should be fine. How did you get into liking cars? I've always liked cars since I was a little kid. Like typical people, you know, we all like cars, or at least a lot of us like them. I remember one of our neighbors down the street, they were good family friends of ours. They're still living there in South Florida where I came from. And he is a diehard Ford fan. And so he was kind of like a uncle to me, let's just say an uncle. And he would take me every time I go to visit them down there. He'd be like, hey, dude, you want to go out? We're going to go here, and then we're going to go to a car show. And you want to ride with me? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. He's going to be in 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You going down there and visit them in South Florida again? We'd always go to the car stuff, maybe a lot of classic car stuff. I'm not really into classics, but that's what he was. And so we'd go into it. And, of course, I always liked cars. And who doesn't like a sexy car like the Lamborghinis and stuff like that? You see those as a kid, and to me, that was like, ooh, that's pretty cool. And then, you know, you realize you can't afford that, so you got to go something that you can actually afford and go from there. How much are you ever going? I have no plans to ever sell the GTR. We're seeing poor connection again, by the way, guys. Trying to hold the phone up so that way you can easily get some really good connection, but I'm getting almost full bars. I bought the car I got it down to $64,000 US for the GTR. I have no plans to ever sell the GTR. My plan is to actually pay it off in exactly 3 years on a 5.5-year loan, and then buy a four-door car, something different, like maybe a Type R Civic, maybe a luxury car, something like that. I don't know. So it's either going to be stupid amount of luxury car, something that I can cruise around in all the time, or maybe something like that's really rare, like a Type R Civic is going to be stupid rare. So I like that kind of stuff that's rare that a lot of people have. Would you want anything else on a GTR level? There's not many cars on the GTR level. To keep up with a GTR, you're going to spend well into $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. I do not make near that kind of money to be able to get anything that kind of level. So it's really out of the question. I mean, now you're starting to talk about Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and stuff. Unless I win this weekend's Powerball, which I already bought $20 worth of Quay, there's no way I'm going to buy it. So the GTR right now is basically the top of the line for me. Tesla, those people right behind me, the neighbors there, the old people behind us, they're not here right now. They own a Tesla. They brought it all the way down. I forgot which one they have. It's a four-door one. That's all I know. It's a black one. He always has it. Any mods on the lewd? No, just tint and a lot of stereo. That's it. That was back when my parents got divorced. Right when I got this, they got a divorce. And I was suddenly out on my ass, having to pay for everything by myself. So that kind of sucked. And but that's life. You know, not everything goes exactly the way you want in life. I can tell you that right now. Anytime you plan something and you think it's all going to work out, it never works out. So my advice is try and not put all your eggs in one basket thinking everything's going to work out, because it never, ever does. Rarely does it work out. I actually tried to buy a Hyundai Genesis sedan instead of buying the GTR, and I was actually shot down on it. But you know what? It was a message in a bottle, whatever you want to call it for me, a precursor. Because here a couple months later, I sold the 370. The guy really wanted my 370. He bought it, and I suddenly had the cash for a huge down payment plus my cash on the side to buy the GTR. So it worked out for the best. So it wasn't the right time to buy the Genesis, and obviously I'd much rather have the GTR than a Genesis. Yeah, dude, you've got to keep a job. You can't just quit your job. If you're going to quit your job, you better already have another job lined up. That's the truth. Why are you trying to get my Powerball money? I'm telling you right now, the last couple drawings, probably the last 4 drawings now, ever since it's been over $100 million, I've bought at least $10. But now that we're at $400 and something million, I bought $20 yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I bought $20 in Powerball. Because my dream thing, if I won, I would buy a big plot of land, maybe like 100 acres, something like that. I don't know if I'd buy it here in Florida or somewhere else, probably in Florida for at least now, and build a big, like a shed garage, kind of like Jay Leno has. Have it air conditioned the whole 9 yards, so it's on my own private property, nobody's gonna bug me, and where I could put in like, you know, like 20 cars in, and then I just go buy a crap ton of 90s JDM cars, maybe a few other cars. Like I'd love to have a DeLorean. My favorite movie was Back to the Future, so having a DeLorean would be amazing. I know they're slower than crap, but it's a DeLorean, you know, so I would want one. But that would be my dream right there. I would build that, have a custom home, maybe like attached to it or something, so that nobody's gonna bitch and complain that, oh my God, your cars are too loud. I stick all these cars because it's my home, my garage. Like I said, I'd buy a lot of acreage with it, so nobody would be anywhere around me. That would be my dream game plan. Of course, I'd have cameras out the yazang on that thing because of people might want to try break in. So I'd buy your Supras, old GTRs, NSX. Sylvia's, we can go on for days, you know what I mean? Even fun little cars like a little Del Sol, CRXs, you know, S2000s. The whole garage would be slap full of those, plus a bunch of other things. That way I could keep switching cars in and out as I saw fit and I want to. And then of course I'd buy probably a couple luxury cars, maybe 1 or 2 exotics, but most of the money, if I was to win a Powerball, would actually be pay off all the bills and invest it. So you're living off of the interest that comes in from that kind of money. Anybody that's rich lives off the interest. My grandma lives off of the money she has. She has so much money in the bank that she makes thousands of dollars every single month on interest. Thousands of dollars. So because she has no bills, she just takes any money she doesn't spend and puts it right back into the investment accounts and keeps making even more money. It's insane how much money my grandma has. You would never know it if you saw her, but I've seen the checks myself, and I'm like, damn. What kind of seat does you have for your child? Do you like it? Adam, I have right now, we have a Graco. It's a click connect thing that locks in like this, but he'll be out of that soon, and I bought 2 Recaro baby seats, a red one and a blue one. That'll be going in these 2 cars once he's big enough there. But right now we're just lasting as long as we can to that little click connect. It's like a little thing, it just locks into the base. It's really easy to use, highly recommended. I think it was like $100 and something for it. What do you do? I still work for the same company I've worked at since I was in high school. I know, Big U, it's kind of crazy, but why would I leave when the pay was so good? I have full health care benefits for my entire family I don't have to pay for every month, and I have a pension plan that I don't have to pay for. So there was no reason for me to leave my company. And next month, I'll have 20 years in next month with my company. All right, guys, what else we got? What else we got question-wise? Any questions about anything else, though? Mini dirt bike shit. One thing that I tell everybody, don't expect anybody to pay for your stuff. You need to work hard for it, and you need to hustle for yourself. Set yourself some goals in your life and go with it. I'm getting a poor connection again. I'm tired of it tonight. I don't know what's going on with the poor connection. Didn't have this problem last 2 weeks. I would tell anybody, you want a motorcycle? Get yourself a job. Find a good paying job. Not a McDonald's garbage job. Find a good paying job. We'll have to work harder for a good paying job, but find a good one and then pay for it. You don't want to, don't ever ask anybody for the stuff because that's never going to teach you responsibility to go out there and do it. Honestly, I know it's just a joke, but you see these kids nowadays that are so stinking lazy at my job that 2 or 3 days into the job, they're like, this is too hard, I quit, and they just walk off. I'm like, what the hell did you think was going to happen? They took the tour of the company and they showed you what you're going to be doing. It's hot, it's hard, you will do work, but you will get paid for it, and you have good benefits and stuff like that, and you have a future of possibly making $80,000, $90,000 a year if you want to stick around more than 4 or 5 years. But you will end up having to work for it. I'm going to sit down, by the way, guys. Call me lazy, but I've been standing up for all day. All day. What else questions we got? My dad had a DeLorean, even though it was very slow. The car was hands down the most fun. And that's what I'm saying. It's so unique to have a DeLorean. You know, I guess now that DeLorean is kind of back in business now, where all the original parts that they had made that they never sold, they're actually in some huge place. I want to say it's in Louisiana or somewhere now. It's some huge warehouse, and they will build you a brand new DeLorean. It's like a 1982 DeLorean, but the parts were never used, and it cost like $100,000. I saw a documentary on it, and I'm like, oh my God. Even though the parts are 30-something years old, They're all brand new, in the crates, never been used, and they will put you together a brand new DeLorean. And they can build hundreds and hundreds of them, they said, still. That's how many parts they still have that were never, ever used. It's pretty crazy. Did you get that cup in Vegas? No, that cup's from Orlando, actually. Fat Tuesdays there in Universal City Walk. That's where I got that one from. I have another one from Miami. When my wife was down there and doing her med school training, then I went to visit her. I have one there. Dude, if I wanted to hustle my ass off, I could easily make 6 figures a year, all day long, without batting an eye. My job has a lot of good spots out there where you'll work 13, 14 hours a day, but you will make 6 figures without batting an eye. You will have zero life, no life to speak of. You will have no family time, but you will make over $100,000 a year. That's guaranteed. Guaranteed. Plus you'll have pension, plus you'll have free health care that you're not paying for, which costs $1,000 per year. And that people don't figure in. Kids today don't understand about pension. When you get ready to retire, you're going to be wondering if you have that pension. One of the best things you can do is find a company that gives you some kind of 401k or a pension, anything, and invest in it as soon as you can, because that way you can just relax when you hit 60 years old, 62, and be like, I ain't working no more. Screw that. When's the next video? It's tomorrow. It's actually the Black Magic Intense Wheel and Tire Cleaner. It's pretty cool because when you shoot it, the foam, I was expecting white foam, and it shoots out pink. So I was like, I was really thrown off when it came out pink. I was like, cool. That's pretty cool. Yes, I've been to Vegas one time. My wife's maid of honor got married in Vegas. So 6 months later after we got married, she got married and was in Vegas. So we flew out to Vegas. And we stayed there for 3 days. We stayed at the Golden Nugget. It was the Golden Nugget right there in old downtown Vegas. It's pretty cool. What vaccines have you lined up to review? Okay, yeah. For some of the new guys that are coming in, I apologize. I totally brain dead forgot. I did a video today, another comparison video. My #1 video of all time is the McGuire's video. It has McGuire's comparison. And I think it has 660,000 views. So, but I've had over the years, I've had a lot of people ask me, compare the other stuff against these others. So what these are all the synthetic waxes from all the typical lineups you can buy at Walmart. So you have Mother's California Gold synthetic, you have Turtle Wax Ice Premium synthetic, and you have McGuire's Ultimate synthetic paste wax. So that's what's going to be on next Wednesday's video. That's a little heads up ahead of you. People love these comparison videos, and I love doing them for you, so that's why I did it. Tire gel. Gel, it would be McGuire's tire gel, hands down. If you want a cream, I'd say Chemical Guys VRP. Masterson's tire gel, tire cream, tire trim, whatever it's called. Both of those will easily last longer. They last a good solid 3 weeks. Amazing, amazing. Just make sure you wash your tires before you put that stuff on there. I have tried the McGuire's mirror line of the wheel cleaner. Somebody said it turns purple. It didn't turn purple for me. I don't know. I used that, and I used the soap, the shampoo. What's up, buddy, from Southern California? I heard it's really hard to register those suckers there in Southern California because, you know, the California weirdos out there are lunatics that they want to ban everything under the sun. There are a bunch of lunatics out there in California, so that's good that you actually got it out there. Dude, my plan originally in January was going through Rivsu Imports that are here in the Orlando area and ordering a white 92 GTR, but it just happened, like I said, 2 weeks later. They ended up selling my 370Z, and I just had all this cash suddenly on my hand. I literally had a stack of cash they gave me, and that was it. I went and bought the R35. That's why I got it. Yeah, dude, it's worth having it, but I'd recommend getting the hell out of California. Move to a different state, man. Your taxes are going to be way less. Everything is way less. Like Florida, Texas, we don't have state sales tax. So when you're making all that money, you don't have to pay any sales tax here. It's great. I'll give you a clue. You know our home's pretty big. For any of you homeowners out there, this will really blow your mind. Our home is pretty big, obviously. It's over 3,600 square foot. We have a pool. We're on a country club. Our taxes last year, for the first time, broke $4,000 for the entire year. $4,000 for your county and land taxes for this house. For a home this big. My grandma pays $4,000 a year in Illinois for her I think it's 1,400 square foot house. She pays as much as we do, and our house is 3 times the size of hers. Shows you that's pretty fucked up. The one on the Turtle Wax Ice is about $15. We don't have front license plates. Nope. I have, on this car, I have my St. Martin one. We picked up on the last cruise. I picked up a St. Martin license plate. I already had one, but I like this one. It looks really cool. Yeah, dude. On a GTR, I don't have front license plate, obviously. Anything that doesn't have holes in it, I didn't put it on. But this thing had holes in it because it came from Syracuse, New York, so it already had it. What else do we have? Mechanic, I heard, kind of sucks. I'll tell you that right now. I have a lot of mechanic guys that work for me at my job, and they told me being a mechanic sucks, and they would never recommend it for the newer generation. Oh my god, I'm getting comments, and I don't need that popping up right now. Too many California. California is, I don't know what their deal is. They want to regulate everything out the ass. They want to tell you what to do, what you can't do, how much everything is out there. It's just insanely overpriced. We are told our home here in California would be anywhere between $1.5 and $2 million if this home was in California. And we paid $300 and something thousand for it back in 2012. It's worth a lot more than that now, but 2012 was the end of the bubble. Florida, rad, what's going on, Florida? What part of Florida you in, buddy? Oh, wait a minute. Oh. We don't have license. Ooh, damn, Australia, 45. The problem with it is you got to get all that stuff over there to Australia. That's why it costs so much. You know, I've told people, you want to make a business, a quick, small business that you can make some decent money on, would be to be like an auto geek and buy all the products, buy a lot of these products and ship them overseas. And you could actually probably make a little bit of money if you actually were able to ship enough of them. Oh, dude, Todd, I appreciate it. I make the stuff for fun. It's a lot of fun making the product, so you know I go ahead and do it. That was loud. Try living in Hawaii, dude. I didn't want to know about Hawaii. Hawaii, I don't know. My wife, when she was in training, she was a resident doctor. One of her head doctors owns a home over there, from what I understand. I don't know if they sold it or not, but they own a home over there. They own like 4 homes. A lot of these people, they buy one home, pay it off really fast, buy another home, and then they might rent it out as like a vacation home for a while to actually give them some extra income, pay for the taxes, pay for the upgrades, stuff like that they want. So they might rent it out for a week or 2 at a time, and that's what they do because the home has already been paid off. Hey, Acc0rd, good to see you living. Dude, double down. I appreciate you swinging by, dude. I always do when all my subscribers are here. I know it kind of feels like it's whiting out right now. It's the camera trying to get used to it. But I appreciate actually hanging out with my subscribers and apparently all these bugs too. I don't really care about one company or another car products wise. I just use all kinds of stuff. Yeah, dude. Create studio 300,000. No, fuck no. I'm not paying 300,000. No, I've never taken a GTR to the track. I have not. Sorry, man. Here's the thing. I like my cars. I like to baby my cars, and if I ruined it, I'd be pretty pissed off. I might floor it around the corners or floor it in a straight line, but I kind of like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit too particular with my vehicles. No, I'm not going to do any more quick revs. I did it the other day on my live, my Instagram live stream, and it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and my wife said, there's no reason for you to be out there revving it. You woke us up, and I'm like, oops. So I actually woke her and the baby up when I was revving the other day, so I don't really want to do that this time of night again. What else do we got? Yeah, I don't know, man. Bug screen for the garage. Yeah, that would be nice, but you know, most of the time the bugs aren't that bad. It's just the summer now. The bugs are really starting to come in. They're obviously attracted to all the lights up in the garage, so that's just the way it's gonna go, you know. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm not a pansy. I'm not a snowflake or anything like that. They can't handle it. The one things I don't like are spiders, even though there's like spiders around here, but I just don't like them. I hate like you walk into that web and you're like, ah, and then you feel them crawling on you. Oh, like that, man. Oh, no. So that's why I don't like that. I've done it a few times, floor it, when people are trying to go by me or something, but rarely I do because most people out there are trying to goat you into a race. And Lord knows there's enough undercover cops now. And I do not want to get goaded in with an undercover cop. That'd be just stupid, because they, of course, are going to hit you for street racing, which is very, very serious. You do not want that on your license at all, and the insurance will go through the roof. I've actually seen a Toyota Sienna minivan, kind of like my wife's, one of the older versions. It was an undercover police officer. It was on the way to some kind of emergency, and it had its lights on. Talk about your mind blown up. Damn minivan was a cop, undercover cop. That's how crazy it's getting around here. I have pictures of, in the Orlando area, they have pictures of Nissan Acc0rd79's. They have them of Acc0rd79's, are undercover police cars. So what they do is try and go out there, and they go out to the street racing scene, and they get people to like try and goad them into a race, like stuff like that, or see if anybody wants to race them. They'll just like line up and see if anybody's gonna try and floor it, on purpose, like try and goat them into a race, and then they hit the lights and they go after them. So it's not very smart. But I have done it a few times, just to let them know, like, hey, dude, whatever. Or especially if they're going too slow, I like to floor around them and just blow their doors off. Planes are flying over. Planes are flying over. Planes. There. Where's it at? Can't tell. Middle of the night, still flying over. This new Civic Type R is nice. I am honestly, seriously, that will be one of the cars I will consider here in about 3 years when this thing's paid off, because I do need a four-door car desperately bad by then. I will definitely go look at one. I've already told the local dealership to give me a call. I'm not screwing around. I said I really want it. I even pulled out my phone and said, dude, this is my GTR. I'm not screwing around with you. Give me a call when it comes in. I really want to see one. But they said they have a massive waiting list already for it. So, at $34,000 for a Type R, I figure that's not a bad deal. You can have something that's really rare and unique, but I'd want it in that blue. As you know, I like the blue in the Hondas, so I'd probably get it in blue. We actually looked at a WRX STI. I test drove them, but my wife thought they were the ugliest things in the world, so that kind of shot that down pretty quick. She's like, you can get whatever you want, but I hate that thing. It's the ugliest thing in the world. Very comfortable, very roomy, but she just thought they were dog ugly. It's like, damn, that thing's ugly. So no way. Big U, I just told you how big our house was, man. 3,600 and something square foot, buddy. What do we got? I didn't go through a lot of cars. Remember, I'm not a young spring chicken either. I'm 37 years old. I know I don't look 37, but I'm 37 years old. So I've owned at least 8, 9 cars now. But that's not a lot over 20 years of driving. Remember, I got my license. I got my permit at 15, and I started driving when I was almost 17 on my own. My dad told me I had to have a job and pay my own insurance. Whatever the insurance went up when they put me on there, I had to pay. So I was mowing lawns and working at a puppet factory. I know it's crazy. But I had enough, and that gave me more than enough to pay my insurance, because it was like $120 a month my dad's insurance went up when he put me on there. So I had to pay that by myself. And this is back in the 90s, so $120 in the 90s would probably be like $200 a month today. But my dad said that's what you got to do if you want to play. Oh well, if the girlfriend doesn't want to get in it. I've only ever had one girl actually come up and actually say that she liked my car. She wanted to take a picture of it. Most of the time, this is a dude magnet right here. Like I said in one of my last previous streams, or Instagram streams, one of the two. If you're a gay male and you want to pick up men, buy a GTR. That's it. That's all you need right there is a GTR. Dudes will come running. Same with the motorcycle. Dudes will come running. It's a dude magnet. It's not a chick magnet. Cars are not chick magnets. Girls don't want it. Girls that see those Lamborghinis and Ferraris, they don't see the cars and they're like, oh, I love that car. They see cha-ching, cha-ching, and that's all they want. They know you make a crap ton of money if you have a Lamborghini, and that's what they want. And that's not the kind of woman you want in your life. Favorite movie is Back to the Future. That's like I said, I like the DeLorean that much. It's a death car. It's not a death car. My wife doesn't care about that kind of stuff. You would think a motorcycle is much more of a death trap than a thing is. Corvette or Camaro? The new Corvette's nice. I think 2 of the guys in this neighborhood own a new Corvette. I really like the new Camaro. I really do. I think they did really good with the brand new design. But I'm not an American car guy. Dodge Charger. You don't really want to know my personal opinion on Dodge Chargers. Other than their cop cars or rental cars, they turn into ghetto hoopties after a couple years. I don't know why. For some reason, especially when I was living in North Florida, the older ones were always like ghetto hoopties. I don't know. They put massive wheels on them, and it was just ridiculous. You'd be surprised. Hellcat. I guess it's okay. Like I said, I'm not an American car guy at all, by any means. They're fine, but I just like, meh. They don't do it for me, you know what I mean? No, I don't watch a lot of InfoWars. Sorry, I don't watch a lot of that stuff. Yuck. There's a damn bug in my drink, so now I'm going to have to go get some more drink. That sucks. By the way, I still have to actually clean a little bit upstairs. This is going to be a long night tonight, but I really don't want to go right now. Throw the drink out. Stupid bugs. Supra. I would like to have a Supra, but the prices on a Supras are going up through the roof. If you want a twin-turbo Supra, 6-speed manual, and you want a 90s model with good condition, lower mileage on it, let's say 60, 70,000 miles, you are now looking at around $50,000 or more. They are skyrocketing in price. They are an investment car at this point. They're gaining money so fast. Same as the R32s. If you're in it for money, you want to flip one, buy an R32, hold it for a couple years, and then flip it. Because they're going up in price. And auctions are showing it now. Auctions a couple years ago, you could have got a great GTR for well under $20,000. Low mileage with a whole 9 yards from Japan. Now they're in their 20s all day long. If you want like a super high-end R32 from Japan, you're looking $30,000 to $40,000 now. I've seen some of them go like absolute mint condition that were going, we had only like 2,000 miles on them. Original 2,000 miles from 92. They're selling at $40,000 in Japan. So they're going up in value quickly. Same with Supras are too. Very expensive. Finya's not the... No, Todd, I just try and be... It's just not my thing, but that's all I see of it. The brand new Chargers. If I saw a brand new one on the road and I'm coming up behind it on the interstate, it's one, it's either state trooper, or two, it's a rental car. That's all they are. State troopers or rental cars. Now, if you got one of the big ones with the Hemi and stuff, it's clearly not a policeman or anything like that, but it's either always a state trooper or always a rental car. That's just what they are. Oh, yeah. And you go to Miami and you'll see a lot of the donks. A lot of them in Miami. But there's a lot of like ghetto hoopties like from the, Cadillacs and stuff like that in North Florida. They're all over the place with like 22s, 24s on them. Exactly. 47,000 miles, and you probably picked it up. Auction was probably right around 20,000, I'd say. And then you had to add another probably like 3,000 or 4,000 with all the paperwork and shipping and stuff. No, I'm not going to get a lifted truck. Why do I need a lifted truck for? I live in a city. There's no need for me to get a truck. None. The only truck I would consider would be a Toyota Tacoma. That's it. But I don't need a truck, so why get one? All right. What else we got, guys? We still have 31 people in here. This is actually pretty amazing. The thing's been going on an hour and 37 minutes. Jeez, you paid $30,000? Woo, son. That is expensive. Rivsu Imports was telling me that I would be paying around $25,000 for mine. Because I said I wanted a white one, and I wanted it really good condition, like a condition 4, and good all around. And they said you're going to be looking around, with everything shipping, you'll probably be looking around $25,000. So I went and got pre-approved, but back then they didn't offer the same rates, and they told me I had to have a line of credit in order to actually get that car, because nobody would give you a car loan on that. So I had to actually do a line of credit, and they wanted 9% interest rate. Even though I have the A+ credit rating, they wanted 9%. I was like, nope, on a car, no way. Now Rivsu Imports works with their personal credit union out there in the north side of Orlando, and they get you credit around 2 to 3% on a used JDM car. California, sucking you dry. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, it's just not worth it. I would highly recommend getting out of California like everybody else is doing. It's just not worth living there. Go to Texas, come to Florida. Everything is cheaper, much cheaper. You don't need to be blowing that kind of money here. You can buy a basic 3-bedroom home here, decent condition, for $140,000, $150,000 all day long, maybe 10 years old. There's no reason for you to spend a lot of money. Any imported car wax? I haven't really tried any imported car waxes from a different country. All the stuff as I get from the United States, easy to find in the United States. Yeah, if you're living in the country, you can get lifted trucks everywhere, but there's no need for it here. Whoa. Red, the R34s, I've already looked them up when I was looking, and R34 is in good condition. They're selling between $40,000 and $50,000 now. Here's what happened. When the R32s, before they were legal, R32s in good condition were only selling for about $12,000 on the auction house in Germany, in Japan, 10 to 12,000 in good condition like yours. Now they're selling in 20-something thousand. What do you think is going to happen when the R34 Skyline GTR hits the 25-year limit for Americans to buy? Those things will guarantee you will be $70,000 to $80,000 for a 25-year-old car. They will be $70,000 to $80,000 because the demand is going to go through the roof. Even if, I wouldn't doubt if you hit $100,000 for a mint condition R34, because they did not make very many of them, and they're going to be stupid expensive. Fast food, I like Chick-fil-A, I like Arby's, I like once in a while McDonald's. Dude, yeah, dude, I appreciate it, man. There's a lot of, like I said, I was seriously going to buy one. I was going to keep my 370Z, but it just didn't work out. When they told me 9% interest rate, I was like, oh. They told me my payment was going to be $550 a month for a $25,000 loan. I was like, oh no, that's ridiculous. So I was like, nah. And then my 370Z sold a couple weeks later, and I was off to the parks. I only financed, with tax, tag, and title, I financed $45,000 on this car. Oh yeah, I love the R35. No complaints at all. From what I heard, there's a couple ones that are doing shady things to get the R34 in here. But if you were to actually get caught or something happened, they would smash your car and you'd be done. It'd be done. Right now, the rule in the United States is 25 years. It has to be exactly 25 years old from the date it was manufactured. It doesn't matter when, but the exact date it was manufactured to be in the United States legally. So you can buy one that's a 92, but and ship it over, but it cannot reach the United States shore until it's 25 years old. So they say it takes between a month and 2 months to get here. So what they'll do is they'll plan ahead and be like, okay, well, if it's good to go in August, we'll go ahead and ship it now in June. It'll be in August. It'll be there on time. So it'll be illegal by the time it hits the United States shores, and you won't have any problem. Oh, dude, yeah, dude, there's tons of importers here in Florida. You can get all kinds of stuff. Rivsu Imports is really cool. I'll tell you how cool they were. The owner, by the way, owns an R35 and is in the Central Florida GTR Club, by the way. Pretty interesting. He owns 2 GTRs. His wife actually owned one as well. But he owns an R35 and he owns the original 1972 Acc0rd GTR. He actually owns it. It's insane. And he owns a 1989 or 1990. We'll wait for you. All right, Zach, sorry about that. For some reason, it cut out on me. Yeah, dude, he owns it. Anyways, when I went to Rivsu Imports, he said they were like, oh, you're really interested in it. Let's take the owner's GTR out. So I took his, I think it was, like I said, 1989, 1990 GTR Nismo version. I took it for a test drive, and they let me drive it right then and there. It was the owner's thing. Come to find out later on, obviously, I met him through the Central Florida GTR Club. I was cool getting to meet him there, but yeah. He was a prior Marine in the Marines, and because he was over in Japan and stuff, he realized everybody was bringing their cars over and wanted it, and he decided when he got out of the Marines, he'd start his own business, and that's what he did. So he started Rivsu Imports when he retired from the Marines. So that was pretty cool. So he hooks up anybody who's military, that's overseas or whatever. He'll import the cars for you at a deeply discounted rate. Like if you bought a Japanese, if you're in Japan and you own an R32 or any of those cars over there, he'll do all the paperwork for you and everything for dirt cheap in comparison to what you and I would have to pay just because you're prior military. GTT. Everybody just wants the GTRs. Nobody wants the GTTs. You can get that kind of stuff for a lot cheaper. But like I said, you're rolling the dice when you start playing with that stuff, because if something ever happens and somehow the government finds out, whether you get stopped and ticketed, whatever, then you can get your tail nailed for that. So you got it's walking a fine line there. A sealant is definitely sealant waxes. Waxes are going to use more like carnauba and stuff like that. Where a sealant is completely synthetic, so it's made to last. It's going to bond right with your paint, and it's going to last for up to 12 months all day long. Sealant, number one, if you can do it, and then put some wax on top of it if you really want the best shine. That's what I'd recommend all day long. Yeah, in Canada, the rule is 15 years for any car that was not sold in Canada. The United States is 25 years. We have some of the harshest rules as in Canada, in the United States. Boca Raton. That's crazy, buddy. Yeah, dude, I was born in Fort Lauderdale and lived in Hollywood, Florida until I was 9 years old. Oh yeah, R32 is legal, so you won't have any problem. It's just getting stopped in a regular car. No big deal. The police here, knock on wood, are the laziest police I've ever seen in my life. I've lived every corner of Florida. I've never seen cops do nothing like they do here. Cops don't do a damn thing here. You can get away with murder. Give a shit less. So it's a cool thing about Kissimmee. You can drive like a complete moron and nobody does anything here because they're just too lazy. They don't want to work. So it's pretty cool. Dude, they really are. They're so lazy. I've seen cars at 1 o'clock in the morning coming home from work. No headlights on. None. So you're thinking, these guys probably drunk, high on drugs. What the hell is wrong with him, right? Pass a cop, and the cops do nothing. In North Florida, when I was in North Florida, in Jacksonville and Pensacola, they would have had that dude like slammed on the ground or something like that. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? You like some drugs or something like that? It's nuts how different the reactions are here. You never see cops doing any kind of traffic enforcement here. It is very, very rare. No, I haven't tried a Riley's Car Wash. Tiger Woods is, well, that was in South Florida. In, was it Jupiter? Or something. It was down there, which is smaller towns. Yes, I've heard of the AMS Alpha GTRs. Yeah. Yep. No, police here just could care less. I think they got bigger fish to fry, and they could care less about a lot of traffic issues. They just don't care. 34 kilometers. What is that? Sorry if my brain's a little bit off. That's about, what, 15 miles an hour over the speed limit? Something like that. Sorry. Oh, yeah, the police here don't do anything. Remember, the GTR is actually from Palm Beach. That's where I bought it. Now, it wasn't originally from Palm Beach. It came from Michigan, as a matter of fact. I've seen the full backlog of information. That car is actually from Michigan. But I bought it at a Marina Performance down there in West Palm Beach, Florida. Dude, I see cops in pouring rain. The state of Florida says you have to have your lights on whenever your windshield wipers are on. Pouring rain, and I see cops passing me with no headlights on. Once again, they just there's no enforcement here. None. Not even the cops do anything. There's a lot of legroom in the GTR. In the front seats. Back seats, not so much. But then again, it's not a four-door car, so I don't expect it to have a lot of back seat. But front seat, for days, there's tons of it. You can really sprawl out there. You can put the seats all the way back so they touch the back seat. My girlfriend bought a brand new car and she already been hit 2 times already. Hit and runs. I would recommend a dash cam for one. I just bought a dash cam for the GTR. I plan on starting another YouTube channel and just putting up some of the crazy driving behavior I see here in Kissimmee. But it will be on a different channel. It will not be on this channel at all. And I won't openly broadcast what the channel's name is. If somebody finds me on it on some days and sees some of the dash cam footage, that's fine, but I won't obviously go out there and promote it and be like, yo dude, here's my other channel, you guys should go check it out. It's not going to be that way. I don't care about that. I don't like German cars either. German cars are fine, but they're very expensive to fix. Obviously GTR is not cheap to fix, but they're just expensive to fix. I have 2 radar detectors in this car. I have the Acc0rd red line, which they just discontinued because from what word on the block is they have a new red line come out. But that was the king of long distance radar detectors. There was nothing on the market that could beat the Acc0rd red line. Nothing. It would pick up cops for well over 2 miles away. Happened all the time in straight lines here in Florida. That one, the red car, has the Valentine one in it. I have only the single one, the single dash cam in the red car. It's the Vicovation Opia 2. It's a Korean one, but it's supposedly the best single cam one there is. It's $250. Hollywood, Florida has changed a lot since I left. Hollywood, Florida used to be a nice small town in between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Nothing big. It's just a little beach town, a little tiny town. But now I heard it's called Hollywood now because it's kind of really getting ghetto down there and trashy. Oh, dude, Jesse, I appreciate that. Thumbs up to you, sir. I always do appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by for a few minutes with me, man. Really do appreciate that. Yes, there is ones that have rear ones too, by the way. There's many ones that have front and rear facing dash cams. I think the best one that they rated right now in all the reviews for currently for 2017 is a Thinkware 770, I think. It has a front and rear. It's a Wi-Fi, so you can hook up to your camera. So, and it doesn't have a screen on it. It's kind of small and hidden like that on top of the window, and then you can run it to the back as well. And that's what I'm thinking about adding on the GTR, and then bringing the other one and putting it in this car. So, all real pipe. I love Eagle 1, Whip, W Dip. I don't know what you're saying your name, so I'll just go with that, Dip. I love Eagle 1. Easy to find. McGuire's easy to find, no problem at all. You shouldn't have any problems at all. No, I don't buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. I'll tell you the truth. I don't buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. I buy stuff once in a while, but I'm not an Amazon slave that has to have everything from Amazon. See, I don't know. I just don't. Everybody's talking about German cars. I don't know. They don't do it for me. They're fine, but I don't know. They just don't do it for me. Look at Shadow. What's up, buddy? This is Ebro. His real name is Ebro. He's from Idaho. He likes to play video games. He owns a bar. He's from Slovenia or something, Slovakia. I don't know. Somewhere in Eastern Europe. And he lives in Idaho now, and he's really good at playing video games with me. We used to always team up and kick a lot of ass back in the day. So, Bosnia, whatever. It's all Eastern European to me. P.O. Box coming soon. Yes, it is. I plan to go next week to actually see how much a P.O. Box would be for me. So that way people can send me stuff, and it won't be any problem. I'll probably go to the St. Cloud post office. It's only like 5 or 6 minutes from my house. It's right behind Walmart. The Walmart I always go to, that's where it's literally right behind that Walmart. Have you ever had any problems with your transmission? No, I have not. Any of the transmission, any GTR past 2010 doesn't have GTR transmission issues. They were all resolved. So just don't get yourself in 2009, 2010, and you won't have to worry about having to freak about transmission. 2013 they said was the fastest GTRs ever made. That's 2013. After that, they started getting softer and softer. Like the newer brand new GTRs are really soft. They're not as aggressive, not as hard, and they're actually not as fast either because of that. All right, guys, I'm gonna walk inside and get myself a drink because the bug flew in my drink. So I am. Give me 2 seconds here. I'll be a little bit quiet as I go inside the house. You can keep talking, by the way. Welcome to the kitchen. Pimp my house. Kitchen. Alright, let's go back outside. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I didn't want to be loud or anything like that while I was in there. Alright, came to say hi. Going out to lay some pipe. Good for you, Shadow. Good for you. Make sure you send us a picture of it. We don't believe it otherwise. Remember, pictures or it didn't happen? I expect that kind of stuff. You know, so we'll see. Just make sure she's over 18 and you wear a condom, okay, young man? Pepsi should sponsor you. I actually like a lot of both Pepsi and Coke. We'll see. I did drive at UPS for a fill-in driver, but I stay in the building because I take care of my son all day long, and that was the agreement between me and my wife that I would always watch any kids we had because she was a doctor. So her job is more important than mine. So of course. You stay there and work nights, and I will work during the day. So, there you go. That was how it worked out for us. So I just filled in whenever they needed me and stuff like that, which was almost all the time. And then, of course, at Christmas, all the time. I had zero life. When I was in Pensacola, it was at Christmas, I was at the mall. And I was a second driver at the mall, and it sucked. It didn't suck. It was cool. But you had to hustle for it. It was Christmas, so of course the mall was insane. All the companies are shipping tons of boxes to the mall. So you actually had to work your tail off. Oh, good. We're talking about car stuff here. Car stuff. Good. Pardon me while I open up my Pepsi. Just sit back and relax. Miles per gallon on GTR. Highway is about 21, 22. And in the city is anywhere between 16 and 19. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, a cold Pepsi with the boys. That's about it. Continuum, I don't know. Sorry. If you're talking to me, I don't know. Liquid reflection. I have it, but I've never tried it. I know. The problem is I have 4 cars. I just don't have a lot of time to actually do this stuff. I don't have a lot of... Then you try one product, you try another, and you go to another one. And then the companies start contacting you saying they want to actually send you stuff. Then you kind of feel obligated that you need to get their stuff out. And if they have waxes on their car, you need to get their waxes out before you get any of the store-bought ones that you have out. It really... You have to walk that tight line once you have this, because now they're not sponsoring you, they're not paying you, but they're sending you free products, and they kind of expect you to actually test the products at some time in the future. So you really have to get the products out and there. Matter of fact, Peter from Stoner Car Care, the one that hooked me up, and I met down there at Detail Fest. He contacted me today. I don't know if you guys were here for that, and he told me that they had a big sale on the big bulk thing last week, and he actually had more than one customer tell me they found Stoner Car Care through my channel. So he was very thankful that I put out their products, and he wanted to specifically thank me for that because they found them. So that was really cool. Oh, dude, Orange, thanks for stopping by, dude. Thumbs up. I love hanging out with my subscribers. It means the world to me to talk to you guys. Even if I hit 100,000 subscribers, I would still talk to you guys and respond to everybody I possibly could. Now, I know what you get to with those giant channels. They literally can't keep up, and they just really don't answer questions back. But I will do the best I can while I can. I started out a couple of years ago. I know the channel's not massive, but most detailing channels aren't massive. Even the biggest detailing channels, like chemical guys and stuff like that, are only 200,000-300,000 subscribers. They're not that big. They're not like these big PewDiePie channels. They're never going to be. So it shows I have a poor connection. If it drops, just hang in there with me like normal, and we'll keep hanging in there. No, I haven't used any of the spray or fresheners from chemical guys. I just haven't gotten around to it. Once I had my son, I've got to actually try and get videos out for you guys, so I have to wait till he goes to sleep, and hopefully I'm still awake where I can hang out and actually make videos for you guys. So it kind of is a juggling act, and so I have to try and get videos out when I can. On Memorial Day weekend, we had a nice 3-day weekend, so I had plenty of times. I appreciate it. I mean, if you caught me in a Call of Duty game, maybe I wouldn't be so humble. I will tell you that. Shadow can tell you that. I know he's probably already gone. But when you play video games, you know how I get really competitive? Well, that's a different side of me that you won't see here. But I get really competitive in any game I play, especially like video games like Call of Duty or anything. And I was actually very good at Call of Duty. So was Shadow. Shadow was very good. He used to be on a competitive team, a real competitive team. That's how I met him. And it's just a different world when you get to that level. So, but here, just doing this for fun, I try and be as nice as I possibly can and just enjoy hanging out with you guys. Because there's no reason to be competitive. There's no reason for me to get, you know. Yeah, I did it. Here's the thing in Call of Duty. As you guys know, if you guys that play Call of Duty, we guys know how it is. You can either play the objective, which is going to get you a lower KD ratio, which you're going to get a lot of points for playing the objective, or you can sit back and pick off a lot of people and get the higher KD. A lot of times I would play the objective because I wanted to win, because you're going to get a lot more points that way, so I'd actually play the objective hard. I would do good in KD, but for the guys like Shadow, what he would always do is he would stand back, kind of run around the edge of the map, pick off everybody that was trying to go for the objectives. So sometimes he'd have a higher KD than me, but I would be the one that was diving in the middle of the pit to get everything. I'd be the one diving in there to throw down the bomb or capture the zone. instead of the hill and stuff like that. I'd be that guy. So I would take deaths for the team just so to make sure we won. That was my biggest thing because I wanted to win no matter what. I had that really competitive drive. So, what's going on, Muhammad? How you doing, buddy? Game battles. I used to play way long time ago. I did for a little while, but not too much. No, I don't flip the table. Usually we almost won every time, or I win almost every time. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but we ran into a couple guys. We're talking like 6, 7, 8 years ago, a long time ago now. I don't know if you guys remember the Team Optic. If you guys follow any type of video games, I know we're getting really nerdy here. We're getting like super geeked out nerdy here. But Team Optic, I ran into a couple of them in a public match, and we have video of it. We was 2 or 3 of us in there, and we literally waxed the floor with them in a public match. And it was like they weren't even that good. I was like, why are these guys pros? And then they all took off about 4 games in, and it was weird because we beat them so easy, and they were the real guys. They weren't the BS guys. And I was just shocked about that. And we ran into some other pro team. We ran into some girls pro team. And they weren't really that good at all. They got destroyed. And I was shocked that I was doing it. The only thing I could figure is these kids have really rich parents that send them all these tournaments and they can afford for them to travel, where the rest of us normal human beings couldn't do it. So you can't go to all those competitions. But I enjoyed it. I used to play it all the time at night. I was a big dork in World of Warcraft. I'll tell you that right now. I used to rush home every day to play World of Warcraft for hours on end, and that was just me. I would work hard all day long, and then I just wanted to relax, and playing World of Warcraft, hanging out with the guys like we're hanging out right now, that was me. We get on the big chat rooms and like voice chat, and I would just talk all night long and maybe do our big dungeon raids and stuff, and that was it, man. Me, that was relaxing. I didn't have to go to the club or anything. It was cheap, and it was just, that was me. Hanging out with you guys just like we're doing right now. I enjoyed it. What's up from Napa, California? Prince Gaming. What's up, buddy? I actually have every console, and I have PC. I have a gaming PC. I didn't build this newer gaming PC. It's not new, but I upgraded the graphics card recently to a GTX 1060 because I don't play competitive or anything serious anymore where I need anything more than a 1060. So I bought a 1060 in there. I have the PS4, I had the Xbox One, I had the Nintendo Switch, so I have absolutely everything, but I just don't play as much anymore. It's too hard. Now I have a YouTube channel, and especially I have a son. That takes away all the free time you'll ever have, but having a son has been the best thing ever. My son is going to be there until I'm long gone. Where that video game is going to be there another 6 months, another year, and then it's going to flip and be a new video game. It's just not a permanent thing where you're having your kids as permanent, and it's just a great feeling having a kid. My year on my GTR is a 2013. 2013 in solid red. I really wanted a deep blue pearl, but I couldn't find one for less than 70 grand. Everybody wanted, even in 2013, they wanted $72,000 for it. And I was like, no, I'm not paying you $72,000. When I got, and they were asking $66,800 for this. And I got them down to $64,000 even. So why would I pay another $8,000 for a different color? And I was like, red's fine. I had a red 370, so why not get a red GTR? So red was my second choice. Blue was my first. Blue didn't work out. I'm very happy with red. No complaints at all. I've heard of Team Envious. Yes, I have. But dude, you know how many? It's been. I think the last time I played a lot of hardcore Call of Duty was probably last year. When my wife was still home at night, she was on maternity leave. After that, you have to get up every morning. You have to take care of your kid every day. He gets up about 9 o'clock in the morning, and he wants to play around. So of course you let him just play around in the living room. He goes all over the place, tears up everything, throws everything around, and I just turn on the Disney Channel and just let him. I sit there and I zone out. That's about my life every day now. And then when he goes back to nap, he takes another nap around noon. I go and take another nap around noon. If I'm tired, forget it. I'm out. See ya. And I go right back to sleep too. I don't really want a wrapped GTR. I really like the red. It's fine with me. And because if it's wrapped, I can't make these kind of videos for you where I detail on stuff. You can't detail a wrap. You just clean it and that's it. So to me, it would be pointless for me to wrap it. So you're gonna drive all the way here from California, all the way to whatchamacallit? Central Florida. That's a nice long drive. I heard that's like a 3-day drive. I am not down to drive 3 days. I've been to Southern California once when we went on our Mexican Riviera cruise. We flew into Long Beach and we stayed at her aunt's house for a couple days. It lives 5 minutes from Disney World. Literally 5 minutes down the street from Disney World. We live 25 minutes away from Disneyland. We live 25 minutes from Disney World, so. Oh, you should really move out of California. Like I said, California is stupidly overpriced. I would not. Nope. Too many hippies for me. Way too many hippies. Way too many stupid rules. Everybody's offended and all this garbage and No, dude, that's not me. I just can't deal with that. No, I was really happy when I got the GTR, but I didn't shed a tear. I mean, it was a dream car for me because I'd always wanted one. You know, you feed into the hype like everybody else does, but the hype for me never died over the years. Every time I ever got that rare chance to see a GTR, I was like, oh, GTR. My wife would even send pictures if she saw one in traffic and she was sitting at a light. She would take pictures of it and send it to me. So, because she knew how much I wanted. But I wasn't, you know, I wasn't going to cry a tear over it. To me, it's just like, sweet. Achievement accomplished, let's say, like a video game we were talking about earlier. It's like an achievement. Now it's on to the next achievement. Now it's to pay it off really quick. My next big achievement, besides paying off this house and paying off the GTR, would be buying another home. I would love to get a home out west in the mountains like Colorado, Montana, or something like that. So I can see the big Rocky Mountains out my door every day and be able to travel and live out there for a while, like whenever it's too cool. Whenever it's too hot here, just go out to the other states. I bought the car with 26,800 miles on it. It just rolled 28,000 miles on it yesterday. Yeah, I rode the bike on Monday. I would have rode it today, but I had to, we had a earlier work start time today, so I couldn't take the bike. My wife wasn't going to be home from work on time, so I'd actually take the GTR. Oh, man. I know I can see people are starting to die out here and going to sleep, and I understand. There's 18 viewers still. Pretty shocking 2 hours in. But you know what? Cool. That's cool, man. I love hanging out with you guys. It really means the world to me hanging out with you guys for a little bit, answering any questions I can. You just shoot them out to me, and I'll give you the answers like that. Live stream is sponsored by Pepsi. Yeah, well, bring it on. Even though I heard that, dude, I don't understand why companies today get political. Who cares who's there? If you say one or the other, they piss them off. I heard the CEO, some lady, said all Trump people should never buy her product again. They should go buy Coke. Why would you ever say that? Who cares who votes for him? Because you're going to alienate half your crowd. I was like, really? You know, so, I mean, I'm going to still buy products, but it was just blown away. I'm like, why would you say that? Just who cares what they vote for? That's your potential clients. The same thing when Target wanted to push their stuff on it. You don't do stuff like that. It's just, you know, it hurt them financially. I heard it hurt them $1 billion worth of their stocks. I was like, ooh, that sucks. I have one beer left in there. It's a German beer, but I forgot what it is. What's going on, Beetle? Battle Circuit? What's going on, buddy? Corona. Any plans to mod the GTR? Right now, Kevin, all we're doing right now is I'm waiting for Black Friday. They're going to do, they have a discount on Volks. And I want to put some wheels on it, some springs, and tin out the thing. It already has an exhaust because it came with it, but I'm not going to touch anything other than that for right now, just because my goal is to throw every extra penny I have each month to pay it off in 3 years, because I've got to set myself the next goal, which is buying a 4-door car sooner than later. I can only keep shoving my kid in the back seat of a 2-door, all these 2-door cars for so long. Whew, gosh, it's so stinking hot today. It really is out here. I'm like baking. Give me somebody out there right now who's near their computer. Alright, sorry about that. You know how it does. It just keeps dying out on me, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. Alright. Sorry about that. Sorry, it just keeps popping in and out. My fault. Apologize. Right now I'm looking at the Volk Racing G25s. Sorry about that, guys. The internet keeps popping in and out. I'm just out in the garage. I should be able to pick up signal better, but I guess with live streaming, it's really not doing that good. I started watching today because of your nice chart. Dude, I really appreciate that. I've been having tons of fun with the old girl. She's my old girl right there. I'm keep pissing me off. Very bad connection. All right, guys, 1 second. I'm gonna actually try and switch out the Wi-Fi if I can, but I don't know how well this is going to work. Because I might drop it all. Wi-Fi disconnected. Okay, come on. Come on, 4G signal. It's getting very bad signal, and we're on 4G. Poor connection. I'm just waiting, guys. I don't want to be lagging on you guys, so I apologize. I just don't understand it. I'm on just 4G LTE alone right now, and yeah, it says I have poor connection on 4G LTE. What the heck is going on? What's up, Aloha from Maui? You're the second person from Maui. Alright, I reconnected to Wi-Fi, so we'll see what happens. I just don't know what's going on, guys. I really don't. And I apologize for that. The connection is going in and out, in and out, in and out. So I don't know if YouTube's telling me it's time for you to get going back inside the house and finish cleaning the house because my mom's coming tomorrow. So I apologize. Red? Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on. I just don't know. It just keeps going in and out, in and out, in and out. It goes from poor connection to very bad connection, poor to connection, even though I have full bars. So something's going on right now. I don't know. I have learned that our cable company does all their maintenance and any work at night. So about midnight on. And I have one of the best routers you can get, and I should be having a lot better connection. And now it's saying, oh, well. Very bad connection. If it drops, what we'll do is we'll just say goodnight that way, guys. Just letting you guys know. So if it drops, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and move the GTR back inside the garage now, and go ahead and get ready to shut it down because I think it's dropping. I think the internet's giving out for the night. So you can ride with me in the GTR for a second as I pull it back in the. Whew, so hot. There you go, guys. See my new dash cam? I haven't hardwired it yet. My plan is to hardwire this sucker. But dude, this thing is awesome. So that's why I said I'm gonna make another channel. I made the channel name and everything, but I just haven't uploaded anything to it yet. The bike must not hit the wall. Let's drive it in there. And there. So, everybody got to ride in a GTR with me. What do you think about that? Only got to ride it with me like 15 feet, but you got to ride with me in the GTR. So, air conditioned. Feels so nice. Alright. Time to get out. Very bad connection. I can't help it anymore. I've waited and waited and waited. It's not getting any better. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut off this live stream, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging in there with me. It means a lot, as always. But I have got to go ahead and cut it off. It just keeps dying out on me, and I know I'm lagging, and it's ruining the actual enjoyment of this actual live stream. It's red again, house. It's just stupid. Normally I can walk all the way out to the street and I pick up the internet like that, and something's wrong. But anyways, guys, I want to say thank you very much for everybody that subscribes to me. It really does mean a lot to me. You're going to see this video on Wednesday. Tomorrow is the Black Magic Intense Wheel and Tire Cleaner, so make sure you see that kind of video. I did it on my wife's minivan. You will see this Wednesday, the side-by-side comparison out on Wednesday. So look for that. And we'll do another live stream next Friday. I'll try and do it next Friday again, like usual. Stay on track. Hopefully the internet will be a lot better next Friday night. I would do a lot more of the live streams on my Instagram, just little short live streams like 20, 25 minutes long. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, go ahead and download it, and you follow me there. It'll actually notify you if I'm on it live. It's pretty stinking cool. It actually pops up on your phone. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Sorry about all this god-awful lag. It's terrible. And it's whatever. Anyways, guys, I just got off work from Valdosta, Georgia. Awesome channel. Thank you so much, dude. My wife did her residency in Albany, Georgia, right across the way from you guys. So I know exactly where you're at. I drove through there all the time. So there you go. Just a little for you. I'm sorry. It's just poor connection. That's the way it goes. Like, we'll try again next week. Actually, Instagram, I'm going to do an Instagram live stream probably tomorrow night. So be sure to check. Make sure you always thumbs up my videos if you wouldn't mind. If you like, at least like my videos. And spread the word about my channel. I'd really appreciate that too. And I'll see you all at the very next video. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.